Chapter 1441. P.S. Today is Singles Day. I wish everyone a happy Singles Day. I'll just ask for a few monthly votes. It's been a long time since I asked for monthly votes. A black war chariot flew through the starry sky. 99 immortal king, level immortal beasts were pulling the chariot. The closer they got to the sunset world, the more people they met. They were either on warships or flying. They were all traveling in the same way. Fellow Taoist Hong Tian, your immortal emperor level flamingo is not bad. Where did you get it? The immortal, called Hong Tian, was the patriarch of a relatively powerful family in the Iron Blood Alliance. His strength had reached the immortal emperor level. This time he came here to see the world. For this trip, he specially got an immortal emperor level immortal beast. It cost him more than 10 billion true spirits. He met an old friend the moment he went out. He felt very proud. It's not bad. Immortal Emperor Hong Tian said proudly, I got it from the Heavenly Fortune Pavilion. It's just that the price is a little expensive. I spent 12 billion true spirits. It was not easy to get an immortal emperor level immortal beast, especially one that was so easy to tame. 12 billion true spirits was not expensive at all. You're so lucky. The last time I went to the Heavenly Fortune Pavilion, I wanted to buy an immortal king level immortal beast, but I couldn't. I had to wait. Immortal Emperor Hong Tian's old friend said enviously. The immortal emperor level flamingo that was originally flying looked disdainfully not far away. With a long cry, the flames around its body jumped, as if it wanted to show its strength. Immortal Emperor Hong Tian did not think much of it. Little flame, be good. Don't argue with ordinary things. In his opinion, another immortal came with an immortal pet. He was probably scared by Little Flame and didn't dare to appear. Roar! In the next second, a violent aura appeared in the depths of the starry sky. This aura grew stronger and stronger. 99 immortal king, level immortal beasts rushed over. When these auras gathered together, it was extremely terrifying. The two immortal emperors' expressions changed on the spot. They are all immortal king level immortal beasts. The two of them widened their eyes. Little Flame of the Flamingo was originally flaunting its strength, but now it lowered its head and revealed a look of fear. 99 immortal king, grade immortal beasts pulled the black war chariot over. The two of them were so shocked that they didn't know what to say. They didn't even dare to breathe loudly for fear that they would offend someone with a powerful background. Upon seeing the flamingo, a large group of immortal king immortal beasts immediately charged forward without any hesitation. In just a few breaths, all that was left behind was a pile of corpses. Celestial Emperor Hong Tian almost vomited blood. My immortal beast! One of the guards on the war chariot turned around and glared at Hong Tian. Hong Tian coughed up blood and fell onto the war chariot. The only thing left was his cold voice. My master's immortal pet ate one of your immortal beasts. It's your honor. If you dare to squeak again, I'll kill you directly. His ruthless voice made Celestial Emperor Hong Tian lose his temper. He was injured in a single glance. Wasn't he trying to kill him? Immortal Emperor Hong Tian fainted. 99 immortal kings were indeed very eye-catching in the starry sky. Lin Fei didn't care about such things. A single flamingo was challenging an immortal king, immortal beast. If it was just one flamingo, it would still be fine. But now that it was challenging 99 of them, it was definitely courting death. This feels so good. In the war chariot, Lin Fei took a bite of the fruit. It felt so good. Not far from the sunset world was the world bridge. The nearby realm lords had all personally come and prepared a generous gift to express their loyalty. They didn't want to be targeted. Now, the other party could kill them with a single breath. On the world bridge, almost all those who had some ability had come. They didn't ask for anything else, just to get familiar with them. On the world bridge, all kinds of war chariots and immortal beasts gathered. They entered the sunset world at a leisurely pace. As for directly barging in, No one had the guts to do so for the time being. You're here too. Since you're here, how can I not be? I heard that your world has produced some good things. Can you sell me a share? On the world bridge, people came and went. Roar, roar. But at this moment, the immortal beasts on the world bridge all roared in unison. Their bodies were trembling, and they revealed looks of fear. No one knew what was going on. Looking in the direction, the starry sky was silent. Roar, roar. Earth-shattering roars suddenly came from ahead. They were orderly and suppressed all the immortal beasts on the world bridge. Everyone's expression changed. This roar was too shocking. In the distance, a vast and mighty aura came from afar. When the figure appeared in front of everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. Those who were bragging just now all withered. Too awesome! Who knows which faction they belong to? Damn it, they actually used 99 Immortal King level immortal beasts. Could it be those guys from the beast controlling sect? It can't be the beast controlling sect. They are so stingy. They don't have the courage to use 99 Immortal King level immortal beasts. Look at the guards on the war chariot. I can't see through their strength. The people on the world bridge were also shocked by the large group of immortal kings. Then they realized that they couldn't see through the strength of those guards. They were all shocked. What kind of power was this? Get out of the way. The guards on the war chariot shouted loudly. The Immortal King level immortal beasts pulled the war chariot over. This caused some people who were unprepared to be sent flying. When they turned around, they saw that their pets had been eaten. Bastards, my heavenly evil bird. I'm going to kill you all. These Immortal King level immortal beasts had long been tamed. They rushed over, and people were thrown off their feet. No one could block this collision. Those immortal beasts were tragic. How could they withstand the siege? The gatekeepers on the world bridge revealed angry expressions. They were flattered every day. When they came to the world bridge, who didn't lower their heads? Otherwise, with a single sentence, they would be so scared that their faces turned pale. Now, someone actually barged in. This was not putting them in their eyes at all. The people in front, stop! 2 immortal emperors flew out and blocked in front. Although their strength wasn't high, only immortal emperor realm, they represented the Iron Blood Alliance, with 5 immortal venerables overseeing them, who dared to not give them face. Get lost! Before the 2 of them made a move, a boundless power came, and the 2 immortal emperors were blasted into pieces. The Immortal King level immortal beasts pulled the war chariot into the world bridge. I thought I was arrogant. I didn't expect that there would be someone even more arrogant than us. A young master said in shame. Those guards are so strong. I didn't even see how they attacked. Something big is going to happen. Who doesn't know that they represent the world bridge? They represent the Iron Blood Alliance. Now that they are killed in front of everyone, they must be here to cause trouble. How can we miss such a good show? These people were extremely daring. Among them, a few young people put away the war chariot and rushed in. Lin Fei, who was sitting in the war chariot, didn't stop them. Today, they were here to cause trouble. What was there to be polite? That was what civilized people did. As for himself, he was here to bully others. Bringing 10 mid-stage immortal venerables wasn't just for show. No matter what, they had to be used. The Immortal King level immortal beasts were very fast. As soon as they entered the world bridge, they flew straight to the headquarters of the Iron Blood Alliance. The majestic aura of the immortal beasts flew over, crushing many immortals. They all widened their eyes and looked at the densely packed immortal beasts that covered the sky. What was going on? The Immortal King level immortal beasts didn't restrain their aura at all. Lin Fei liked this feeling very much. Indeed, there were no war chariots in the sky, except for Lin Fei's. It felt like he was on the highway. Others had set a speed limit, but he was flying at high speed. It felt so good. Master, the Iron Blood Palace is in front of us. The lackey, immortal, venerable Feng Mo also came and stood at the first position on the right. Not long after, the huge Iron Blood Palace appeared in front of Lin Fei. 5 powerful auras were faintly discernible. As long as one reached a certain realm, they would be able to feel it. So pretentious! Lin Fei looked at his 10 immortal venerables and felt that he was already very pretentious. Now that he saw them, he felt that he was too low-key. It's them. They just killed 2 immortal emperors. The Iron Blood Palace immediately received the news that the 2 immortal emperors on the World Bridge were killed. Before they could do anything, they came to find them. More than 10 immortal emperors flew over. The leader had already reached the 2nd level of Great Tao. The Iron Blood Alliance's strength had increased greatly, with 5 immortal venerables who wouldn't be polite. Now that someone had killed them, it made them very angry. When they saw the 99 immortal kings and immortal beasts, they were greatly shocked. There were also 10 guards whose realms they couldn't see through. Although they were angry, they didn't make a move. As long as they weren't fools, they would know that these people had a strong background. Inside the Iron Blood Palace, the realm lords, patriarchs, and sect masters who came as guests also noticed the situation outside. The large group of immortal kings and immortal beasts was too eye-catching. It was impossible not to notice them. Those who had a certain level of power were also surprised when they saw this large group of immortal kings and immortal beasts. Immortal beasts grew slowly, and their strength grew slower. It wasn't easy to tame them. The price wasn't cheap either. Now that 99 of them had appeared, they immediately thought that the other party was someone with a strong background. Demon Breaker leader, an old acquaintance, is here. Aren't you going to come out and welcome him? You're the host, after all. This makes me very disappointed. A loud voice came from the war chariot, spreading throughout the entire world. Boom! Boom! At the same time as the voice sounded, the buildings of the Iron Blood Palace collapsed one after another, turning into ruins. Dust flew everywhere as immortals flew out one after another. In an instant, 2/3 of the buildings of the Iron Blood Palace collapsed. Almost all of them were in ruins. This scene caused everyone to look at each other in dismay. The one seeking revenge had come. Immortal, venerable, breaking demon hadn't held the banquet yet, and the palace had been destroyed. How was he going to hold the banquet? He was clearly here to slap his face. Tian, you're courting death. Boom! In the depths of the Iron Blood Palace, an aura soared into the sky. Immediately after, the furious voice of a mortal, venerable, breaking demon could be heard. At the same time, 4 other immortal, venerable auras appeared. Everyone saw 5 immortal venerables walking out from the depths of the palace, surrounding immortal, venerable, breaking demon. It's actually him. Hearing the name Tian, everyone's expression became strange. Chapter 1442. He was a name that everyone in the Iron Blood Alliance knew, not to mention anything else. Just the fact that he became a ranker on the ranking list and killed an expert like Sword Immortal by D. Everyone remembered this name. Then, Tian domineeringly devoured a world and expanded its territory, causing Demon Destruction Leader to attack him. Who would have thought that both sides would end up in a draw? This was the first time the ambitious Demon Destruction Leader suffered a setback. He had no choice but to return with hatred. A rift was left between both sides. However, Tian had devoured another world and was arrogant once more. From then on, everyone remembered this name. This was a thorn of Iron Blood Alliance. No one expected that Tian would come here today and destroy most of Iron Blood Palace, giving Mo Immortal Venerable a tight slap on his face. Tian is too arrogant. Demon Destruction Leader has already become an Immortal Venerable. He is the #1 character in all worlds. Yet Tian still dares to come here. I'm afraid he won't be able to return today. That goes without saying. 5 Immortal Venerables are here. Just 1 Immortal Venerable is enough to make Tian suffer. Rumor has it that Tian is very powerful, Maybe he has some protective treasure. I think there will be a good show this time. It's useless no matter how powerful he is. Weren't those few realm lords very powerful? Demon destruction, immortal, venerable, killed them all. I heard that they only exchanged 3 moves, and an invincible realm lord was killed. In the sky above the ruins, immortals were whispering to each other. It couldn't be helped. This matter was too sensational. Everyone present knew what was going on in this banquet organized by Demon Destruction, Immortal, Venerable. Apart from displaying their strength, it was also to teach some dishonest people a lesson. Tion was extremely daring. He brought people here purely to intimidate Demon Destruction, Immortal, Venerable. Wrong. He wanted to kill the chicken to warn the monkey. Demon Destruction, Immortal, Venerable was originally receiving some important guests. Iron Blood Palace was shaken by this voice. Demon Destruction, Immortal, Venerable was so angry that he almost blew his beard and glared at Demon Destruction, Immortal, Venerable. He could not even think straight as he brought people out with killing intent. He would not let Tion go this time. Demon Destruction, Immortal, Venerable was wearing a black cloak as he stepped forward. His vast, immortal, venerable aura covered the entire Iron Blood Palace, causing everyone's expression to change. The might of an immortal venerable, other than the 4th-level immortal emperors, who could barely withstand it, the others had no choice but to use their great Tao energy to withstand it, so that they wouldn't embarrass themselves in front of everyone. Tion, I didn't even look for you. Yet you just had to come running here. I don't know if I should call you stupid or smart. PMO Immortal Venerable's eyes flashed coldly as his divine sense swept over. Demon Sealing Immortal Venerable pulled open the curtain, and Lin Fei came out of the war chariot. He stood in front of the war chariot, and the 5 Immortal Venerables stood on each side. Immortal Venerable PMO, not bad. You have advanced to Immortal Venerable so quickly, and even sent me an invitation. If I don't come, who are you going to intimidate? Lin Fei was the only one who could speak so bluntly. PMO Immortal Venerable indeed had this intention, but it was different when he said it out loud. Tion, you still dare to come? You're really bold, just like the rumors say. The Langyi young master, who had endured for a long time, jumped out. His body emitted a powerful aura, raising it to the 3rd level of the Great Tao. Since you came this time, you don't need to go back. If I don't take good care of you, I won't be the Langyi young master. For this day, the Langyi young master's resentment was not light. Now that Tion recklessly came to his door, the Langyi young master was immensely proud, as if he could see the scene of Tion being trampled under his feet. Lin Fei laughed. Langyi young master, it seems like your resentment is not small. Don't worry. Your resentment will definitely be released later. Daring to say such words in front of 5 immortal venerables made the immortals present secretly admire him. At least, they couldn't be so calm at this time. Any immortal venerable could kill them, not to mention 5 immortal venerables. They were not some radishes or cabbages. Master, let this lowly one kill this kind of trash. Demon Sealing Immortal Venerable said flatteringly, daring to be arrogant in front of Master. All of them must be killed. Tion was so arrogant. Even his subordinates were so arrogant. Everyone had learned something new. Demon-breaking Immortal Venerable's divine sense had already scanned them. They weren't immortal venerables, so he was relieved. If Tion became an immortal venerable, he would not be easy to deal with. It would take some time. Tion, as a member of Iron Blood Alliance, you gathered a crowd to cause trouble, not putting me in your eyes. According to Iron Blood Alliance's rules, you must be punished, otherwise everyone will be like you, disrespectful and lawless. How can you talk about unity? Demon-breaking Immortal Venerable was good with words, directly putting a label on Tion. Daoist Xianyu, Daoist Sky Dome, I'll have to trouble you too to take down all of them. 2 immortal venerables walked out from behind demon-breaking immortal venerable. They had just advanced. A rising star indeed needs to be punished for not putting the Alliance Master in his eyes. Otherwise, there will be no rules. Xuan Yu, immortal, venerable, said expressionlessly. They were about to attack. Just 2 immortal venerables. I think all of you should attack. Otherwise, I will bully you later. Lin Fei laughed in front of everyone. Do you know why I'm here today? I'm here to cause trouble. Demon Ceiling, immortal venerable, said in disdain. That's right, just 5 immortal venerables, and you want to fight with our master. I really don't know where you got the guts from. Lin Fei's words were indeed provocative. Ever since demon-breaking immortal venerable became an immortal venerable, everyone was respectful to him. Anyone who resisted him was knocked down. He had never seen such an arrogant person. Demon Ceiling, immortal venerable, was also angered by this. Especially in front of everyone, he wanted to suppress Di Tian, ruthlessly step on him, to let him know the consequences of offending an immortal venerable. Attack! Xuan Yu, immortal venerable, and Sky Dome, immortal venerables, auras, soared into the sky. They each used their immortal venerable secret techniques. An unparalleled might envelop them. Since they didn't put them in their eyes, then let them see the power of an immortal venerable. Demon Ceiling, immortal venerable, also revealed a smile and thought, You dare to find trouble with me. This day next year will be your death anniversary. You can only blame yourself for being too arrogant. With 2 immortal venerables attacking, no matter how arrogant Di Tian was, he would still be defeated. He didn't even need to attack personally. This was the difference after his strength increased. No matter how strong Di Tian was, he was not qualified for him to attack. Demon Ceiling, immortal venerable, lost interest. Everyone below immortal venerable was an ant. Beat them up. Beat them until even their mothers can't recognize them. Lin Fei laughed. He didn't even look at the immortal venerable's attacks. The 5 guards on the left and right revealed ferocious gazes, almost turning into ferocious beasts. Rumble, rumble, the 10 immortal venerables no longer concealed their auras. Immortal venerables' auras soared into the sky, shaking the entire Luoxia world. Once the auras were released, the terrifying immortal venerable pressure immediately shattered the attacks of 2 immortal venerables. The 10 immortal venerables stepped out. Demon Ceiling, immortal venerable, was the fastest. He arrived before Xuan Yu, immortal venerable, and slapped. You dare to threaten my master! You have guts! Slap, Xuan Yu, immortal venerable, was sent flying, smashing into a palace. Hee. The other 2 immortal venerables surrounded Sky Dome, immortal venerable. They revealed ferocious, beast-like smiles, making Sky Dome, immortal venerable's hair stand on end. The remaining 7 immortal venerables all laughed sinisterly. Let's have a good time. Chapter 1443. The auras of 10 ferocious immortal venerables spread out. The immortals standing in the sky were hit by this aura and fell down from the sky like birds with broken wings, crashing into the palaces. The palace, which was originally in good condition, was smashed and almost became dilapidated. The immortals who came out from the ruins widened their eyes in shock. Their bodies couldn't help but tremble. 10 immortal venerables, unimaginable. Too savage, did you see that? That Xuan Yu, immortal venerable, was sent flying with 1 slap. That's an immortal venerable. Since when did immortal venerables appear all at once? This Di Tian is too amazing. No wonder he has the confidence to attack. Immortal venerable PMO is done for. Luckily, I didn't think of expressing my support, or I would be in big trouble. Seeing the 5 immortal venerables coughing blood in the sky, the others heaved a long sigh of relief, then looked at the black-haired young man on the chariot with deep fear. Di Tian was no longer someone they could offend. But to those fairies, this scene was undoubtedly amazing. I think I love Di Tian, a love-struck fairy said. Too domineering. The last time I saw a young master of some clan bringing 10 immortal emperors out, it was already very awe-inspiring. Now, compared to my Di Tian, the difference is like heaven and earth. This is the man in my heart. Don't even think about it. Don't you see if you are worthy of Di Tian? A large group of fairies quarreled. The center was Ditian. 10 masters. Immortal Venerable Pamo's proud face turned gloomy. Because right now, Immortal Venerable Pamo was being entertained by 4 Immortal Venerables. The moment he attacked, an Immortal Venerable arrived and punched him, forcing him to defend with all his strength. Another Immortal Venerable came from the side and kicked him away, sending him crashing into a palace. Why is this happening? How can Ditian have so many Immortal Venerables by his side? Immortal Venerable Pamo just got up when a terrifying foot came down from the sky, crushing him to pieces. 5 Immortal Venerables, low stage ones at that, were utterly defeated by 10 Immortal Venerables. Immortal Venerable Pamo was crushed by a small realm. A difference of a small realm meant a huge difference in strength. There was no comparison. In just a few moments, Demon Immortal Venerable was stomped to death. Using his undying body, he revived and saw his 4 subordinates being tortured to death. You are too weak. With your strength, you still dare to find trouble with our master. Immortal Venerable Pamo was sent flying. These immortal sovereigns were all thugs from the forsaken immortal land. Once they attacked, they would not give them any face. These immortal Venerables were like wolves entering a flock of sheep. Can you be more gentle? Master said that I can't be beaten to death. Hearing this, Immortal Venerable Pamo's arrogance disappeared. He was an Immortal Venerable, but he was actually abused like this. Was he really that weak? He was an Immortal Venerable after all. These Venerables, Don we Venables we, and they, Lin Fei sat on the throne. Looking at the 5 Immortal Venerables, he was in a good mood. It was good to have his lackeys by his side. He did not need to do anything. Looks like I was too high profile, Lin Fei thought. Although he thought so, Lin Fei did not let them stop. Master! This kid did not care about Master. He still dares to boast shamelessly. This little one has caught him for you. Lang, a young master, was grabbed by the neck and thrown into the war chariot. Lang, a young master's face was pale. He was suppressed by an Immortal Venerable with one hand and thrown into the war chariot. Ditian, I beg you, don't kill me. That was just a joke. You can't take it seriously. The Lang Ye's young master, who was tossed onto the war chariot, wanted to stand up, but an Immortal Venerate stepped on him. The pain made him vomit a few mouthfuls of blood, and he quickly begged for mercy. Lang, a young master, did not expect that in such a short time his father would be ganged up on and he would be caught by an Immortal Venerable. Your joke is not funny at all. Lin Fei smiled. Weren't you very awe-inspiring just now? Why, you have nothing to say now. Do you remember what I told you last time? Last time when he was imprisoned, all his treasures were taken away. Lang, a young master, still remembered it vividly. He shuddered. I know the location of the treasury. I will bring you there. Lang, a young master, did not want to be killed. He immediately had an idea. Go and plunder everything in Iron Blood Alliance's treasury for me. Lin Fei did not intend to be polite. He sent an Immortal Venerable to the treasury, in front of an intermediate stage Immortal Venerable. No treasury formation could block his attack. Not long after, rumbling sounds came from the depths of the palace. Ditian, you dare! Hearing the commotion in the treasury, Immortal Venerable Pamo was furious. That was his lifeblood. Without the treasures in the treasury, how could he train his people? At that time, who would follow him? He wanted nothing more than to slap his son to death, this incompetent thing. As soon as he finished speaking, he was sent flying by a punch. Lin Fei didn't care. You don't have the right to speak here. Right? The few of you. Take their storage rings, armor, and everything else. Don't waste anything. It's a waste to keep them anyway. Master, no problem. 9 Immortal Venerables, intermediate stage Immortal Venerables, did not give them a chance to resist. In a short while, their immortal armors and treasures, including their storage rings, were all taken away. Not giving, just rob them and shatter their divine sense. It did not matter if they agreed or not. The 5 immortal venerables became naked in the blink of an eye. It could be said that they wanted to cry, but had no tears. After losing their immortal armors, for immortal venerables begged for mercy. They did not dare to persist anymore. They were going to be beaten to death at this rate. Even immortal venerable PMO, who had a firm tone, almost fainted from anger when he saw the treasury being broken and everything taken away. "Master, I've collected everything." Lackey immortal venerable handed over 10 storage rings. The space inside was very big. They were filled to the brim. Everything in the treasury was taken away. "Not bad, you did very well." Lin Fei's realm was different now. Killing people was meaningless. Being praised, Lackey Immortal Venerable was very excited. This is what this lowly one should do. The battle not far away had already ended. It was a completely one-sided battle, no matter what methods they had. In front of an intermediate stage Immortal Venerable, they were completely suppressed. From the moment Lin Fei decided to go out, the outcome was already decided. Immortal Venerable PMO wanted to slap himself. If he knew that Di Tian was so amazing, he would not have sent an invitation. He wanted to kill the chicken to warn the monkey. Now he was completely slaughtered. His treasures and the things in the treasury were all taken away. It was tantamount to working for nothing. Moreover, his combat strength also plummeted. He was back to his previous state. Immortal Venerable Pamo, thank you for your gift. It's getting late. Come visit again when you have time. Let's go. They were beaten up and their things were taken. Lin Fei was very satisfied. Several Immortal Venerables threw them away. Count yourselves lucky. My master won't kill you today. The Immortal Venerables returned to the war chariot and spread it out. 99 Immortal King, Immortal Beasts pulled the war chariot and left. Until they disappeared, the people present heaved a sigh of relief. In front of this immortal venerable aura, they did not dare to move. Lin Fei left with his people. Some of the spirit veins in Luoxia world were all taken away by the Immortal Venerables. After hearing the report, Immortal Venerable Pamo cursed loudly. He wanted to cry, but had no tears. These bandits! It turned out that all the good spirit veins in Luoxia world were taken away, causing the immortal energy in Luoxia world to drop by a lot, causing the cultivators to have a lot of resentment. Of course, this was a story for later. Master, why didn't that Immortal Venerable Poemo kill him? Immortal Venerable Demon, Ceiling, couldn't figure it out. Why would I kill him? Lin Fei didn't even think about it. No matter what, they are our neighbors. If we kill them, we will have one less neighbor. It won't be easy to visit them anymore. Immortal Venerable Demon Ceiling's eyes turned and he chuckled. Master is the best. The matter of Luoxia world couldn't be hidden at all. It was really too big. Immortal Venerables kept appearing from all over the universe. But bringing 10 Immortal Venerables to cause trouble was the first time. There were even rumors that these 10 Immortal Venerables were at least mid-stage Immortal Venerables. That was the hardest thing to accept. Di Tian was just a small world lord. When did he become so awesome? Not only did he have Immortal King, Immortal Beasts, but he also had 10 Immortal Venerables by his side, immediately becoming a powerful figure in all over the universe. Immortal Venerable PMO of the Iron Blood Alliance was awe-inspiring before. Now, he hid in his lair and didn't dare to go out. He had lost all his face. The matter about Di Tian spread like the wind across all over the universe, even beyond the universe. Deep in Absolute Heaven Palace, the matter about Di Tian also spread to Absolute Heaven Palace. At first, everyone didn't believe it, but someone happened to record it with a treasure that day, and this image was also sent to the Immortal Venerables of Absolute Heaven Palace. It's them. When this scene appeared in front of the Immortal Venerables, they immediately exclaimed, That's Immortal Venerable PMO. He actually became a mid-stage Immortal Venerable. And that one, I think he was a low-stage Immortal Venerable before, but now he's a mid-stage Immortal Venerable. How can he improve so quickly? The Immortal Venerables of the Forsaken Immortal Land. Why are they together? Who can tell me? Absolute Heaven Palace also had many immortal venerables. At this moment, they were all stunned by this scene. In terms of the number of immortal venerables, Absolute Heaven Palace and Wind Rain Palace had the most, accounting for about 2/3 of the universe. Now that 10 mid-stage immortal venerables suddenly appeared in the great Metropolis Heaven realm, their influence immediately became obvious. Even Absolute Heaven Palace had to take this seriously. The three people sitting at the top all had long beards and looked very old. In Absolute Heaven Palace, these three were the three palace lords of Absolute Heaven Palace. They had the greatest power under the ruler. Dition had defeated the Iron Blood Alliance and displayed extraordinary strength, alarming the three palace lords. At this time of wind and rain, 10 mid-stage immortal venerables could be considered a tyrannical force. If they could join their side, their strength would definitely increase greatly and they would have a certain dominance. Chapter 1444. Great Metropolis Heaven's Prestige. Dition's name was once again remembered by people. As long as they were in public, they would secretly warn their subordinates that they could offend him. But never offend Dition. That guy was a madman. He brought 10 immortal venerables with him. He was a complete mess. If they offended Dition, they would be beaten to death on the spot, and probably no one would come out to help them. The Iron Blood Alliance was the best proof. Immortal Venerable Pomo was an immortal venerable after all. He had 4 immortal venerables under him. His influence was not small, but he made a mistake. He wanted to use Dition as an example. In the end, his face was slapped in front of everyone. The banquet could no longer continue. He had been beaten up, and his treasures had been snatched away. Such a huge treasure vault had also been cleared clean. No one wanted to encounter this kind of thing. Heaven Absolute Palace and Wind Rain Palace sent a generous gift, once again shocking the people of the myriad worlds. The 2 palaces actually sent gifts. What did this mean? Everyone could see clearly. Were they going to appease Dition? The 2 palaces sent a generous gift, seeing the situation. Those sects that had the intention of befriending them all arranged for their people to send gifts, to get familiar with them first. The Iron Blood Alliance, who originally wanted to vent their anger, was about to complain to the 2 palaces. But when they heard this, they immediately withered. Complain? Was there any use? It directly died in the womb. Great Metropolis Heaven was lively. In the main hall of Invincible Palace, gifts were piled up together. These forces were very generous. They sent all kinds of good things, almost filling up half of the palace. Master, what should we do with these things? In just a few days, a large number of gifts were sent. The people below were very busy. Drag them out for a fight. There are really a lot of benefits. Sitting on the throne, Lin Fei was not surprised by this matter at all. Send them all to the treasure vault. Among these gifts, Lin Fei valued the gifts from the 2 palaces. Although the 2 palaces' envoys did not say anything, Lin Fei understood the meaning very well. The situation of the myriad worlds was not as good as imagined. The people from the 2 palaces didn't dare to punish him. Instead, they gave him gifts to appease him, especially before he left. The words he said were very interesting. Realm Lord Dition, if something happens in the future, there's no need for you to act personally. Just send a message to the 2 palaces. There's no need for you to act personally. Wouldn't that be dirtying your hands? At that time, Lin Fei laughed. He was afraid that he would make a big fuss. The wishes of the 2 palaces did not calm Lin Fei down. After defeating Iron Blood Alliance's immortal Venerable Pomo, Lin Fei could no longer sit still. He sent out 10 immortal venerables to suppress 10 invincible world lords in one go and controlled Great Metropolis Heaven to devour 10 minor worlds. These were the surrounding worlds. Those world overlords have long felt fear in their hearts. When Lin Fei's men arrived, those world overlords almost raised their white flags to surrender. Ever since immortal Venerable Pomo was beaten up, they knew that this day would come. They did not resist it in their hearts. Instead, they were eager to fuse with Great Metropolis Heaven. Didn't they see that the myriad worlds were in chaos now? If these minor world overlords didn't use this time to find a backer, they would be the first to suffer. After hearing this, Lin Fei didn't know whether to laugh or cry. It turned out that he had become a thick thigh that everyone wanted to hug. 10 invincible world lords joined Great Metropolis Heaven. There were 10 immortal emperor powerhouses in one go. Great Metropolis Heaven fused with 10 minor worlds. Its area kept expanding. The mountains and spirit veins were changing. The benefits were unimaginable. The people of Great Metropolis Heaven were overjoyed. Bandits, a bunch of bandits. Over at Iron Blood Alliance's side, Immortal Venerable PMO smashed things in anger. His temper became especially bad. He didn't dare to do anything to Lin Fei's actions. After losing face once, who would be willing to lose face a second time? He was wearing white grade equipment. Even if he went, he would only be abused. The 10 minor worlds were completely devoured. Great Metropolis Heaven also became a middle grade world, but it was still a distance away from becoming a great world. Lin Fei wasn't in a hurry. He had plenty of time anyway. Immortal Venerable PMO didn't dare to show himself. Lin Fei could do whatever he wanted with the minor worlds in this area. Many world overlords even wanted to merge with Great Metropolis Heaven. 10 minor worlds fused. The 12 generals were all summoned back by Lin Fei. These generals obtained huge benefits. All of them were now 4th step immortal emperors. Their combat strength was comparable to peak immortal emperors. For the current Lin Fei, this wasn't enough. He summoned them back to increase their strength. You guys get to know each other. You will be colleagues from now on. At the highest level of the stone tower, Lin Fei summoned Immortal Venerable Demon Sealing and the rest. Apart from them, there were also the 12 generals led by Bao Mo. On one side was an Immortal Venerable from the Forsaken Immortal Land. On the other side were the 12 generals. Their auras were about the same. The moment the two groups met, there was a certain hostility between them. Immortal Venerable Demon Sealing hadn't been in Great Metropolis Heaven for long, but he knew some things. He knew that the 12 generals were meticulously trained by his master. They were his direct subordinates. To Immortal Venerable Demon Sealing and the rest, they were an invisible enemy. After enjoying the benefits brought by their master, Immortal Venerable Demon Sealing and the rest naturally regarded themselves as his direct subordinates. Now that another direct subordinates had appeared, they were unconvinced. The 12 generals on Bao Mo's side were also unconvinced. In front of their master, they maintained their composure. Their sharp eyes revealed their thoughts. Under Lin Fei's introduction, they got to know each other. Lin Fei was very clear about the changes in the people below him. They were all competitive and kept fighting as a whole, especially against the Immortal Venerables from the Forsaken Immortal Land. This created a potential opponent. The potential of the 12 generals was unlimited. They were destined to be Immortal Venerables in the future. They were the most loyal and devoted ones. Changing sides could stimulate them. After getting to know each other, Lin Fei sent Immortal Venerable Demon Sealing and the rest out, leaving Bao Mo and the other 12 generals behind. You guys don't have to be anxious. Lin Fei could tell that they were anxious, so he chuckled and said, "The reason why I called you all here today is to raise your strength." The eyes of Bao Mo and the other generals lit up. Lin Fei waved his hand and immortal beasts appeared in the entire stone tower. The weakest was an immortal king. With a wave of his hand, over 1,000 immortal kings were released. They were all captured by Lin Fei from the demonic space. These immortal king, immortal beasts roared again and again. Under the pressure of Bao Mo's bloodline, all of them lay on the ground, unable to move, revealing expressions of fear. These are all immortal king, immortal beasts. Devour them to your heart's content. Bao Mo and the other 12 generals needed to constantly devour flesh and blood to increase their strength. Among them, devouring immortal beasts and fierce beasts was the best. They contained powerful blood energy. Chapter 1445. Immortal King, Immortal Beasts. This feels great. I can eat to my heart's content today. I have to eat a few more. I'll eat. The 12 generals were very fond of these immortal king, immortal beasts. Under the pressure of the ferocious beasts, none of these immortal king, immortal beasts could resist, and they were constantly eaten. These immortal king, immortal beasts were captured by Lin Fei from the demonic space. The demonic space was huge, and Lin Fei did not want to waste any time. He immediately went to capture a batch of immortal king, immortal beasts. With Lin Fei's current strength, capturing these immortal beasts was a piece of cake. Bao Mia and the rest were gluttonous and could not bear to part with these immortal beasts. After they finished a batch, Lin Fei would throw out a batch of immortal king, immortal beasts. To make it easier for them to refine, he sent them into the immortal Lord Pagoda. After devouring 12 worlds, the internal time acceleration increased again. Lin Fei's goal was simple. He wanted to improve. With a large supply of immortal king, immortal beasts, Bao Mia and the rest began to break through again. They did not disappoint Lin Fei. They just needed some time, and when they came out of seclusion, their strength would increase by leaps and bounds. It's a pity that I can't bring them in. Otherwise, it would be even faster. After releasing another batch of immortal king, immortal beasts, Lin Fei could not help but feel a little regretful. Luckily, they were in the immortal Lord's stone pagoda, and with the help of time acceleration, they improved quickly. On the other side, the 12 generals were cultivating. Lin Fei sat in the invincible palace to accompany his wives. Lin Jiqing, Jin Feng, Nangong Qianchan, and Qingwan had all reached the immortal emperor realm, and were beginning to understand the power of great Tao. With Lin Fei's resources, it would not be difficult for him to increase his cultivation speed. Eternal fruit, immortal reverent shard. Lin Fei still had a lot of them, but he did not take them out for them to refine. He wanted to strengthen their foundations before letting them break through. Hubby, are you not going to sell your immortal king, immortal beasts? Jin Feng was now a young married woman. She was even more beautiful and charming. She was very good at business. I'm not thinking about that right now. After Bao Mia and the others break through, it should be possible. Lin Fei thought for a while and said, could it be that some people have already revealed the intention to buy it? In fact, Lin Fei let Golden Phoenix handle some of the business matters of the Invincible Palace. The last time he brought 99 immortal king, immortal beasts out, many people were envious of him. Lin Fei didn't need to think to know that someone had come here to inquire. There are indeed some clan heads and sect leaders who have come over to inquire about the matter. They wish to purchase a few Celestial King grade beasts back. You can think about this first, because in the near future, I plan to open a chamber of commerce and sell some things that everyone wants. Lin Fei revealed a trace of an evil smile. Lin Jiqing knew Lin Fei best. You're not planning to loot a burning house and make a fortune from the war, are you? Lin Fei chuckled. My wife knows me the best. The myriad heavens and realms were temporarily in a state of peace. In the immortal sects, several powerful immortal supremacies left the immortal sects with their people and headed straight for the remote, great metropolis realm. These immortal supremacies were experts from the immortal sects. They were very fast and arrived under the starry sky. They saw the great metropolis realm. We're here. The leader was a strong man with a sharp gaze that seemed to be able to penetrate the void. It was very terrifying. Immortal supremacies, demonic supremacies, and the others are a bunch of scum. If not for Milord's support, they wouldn't have lived until now. The strong man's voice was like a great bell, and the starry sky shook. Today we'll bring them back. And this Tian, he swallowed the eternal fruit of our immortal sex. No matter what, we have to spit it out. Milord is right. Behind the strong man stood 15 immortal supremacies. The immortal sects attached great importance to Tian. They sent 15 immortal supremacies, including a powerful immortal supremacies in the lead. The group crossed the world bridge and entered the great metropolis realm. Tian, get out here. As soon as they entered, their divine senses covered the entire great metropolis heaven. All the immortals felt an immense pressure and struggled to resist it. Who dares to cause trouble? Venerable Demon Sealer was the first to appear. He stood in the sky and glared at the newcomers. When he saw them, his expression changed slightly. Demon Sealing Immortal Venerable, you sure talk big. Do you think you're invincible just because you followed a master? The muscular man snorted coldly. Don't you see who is beaten like a dead dog? Demon Sealing Immortal Venerable had an uncomfortable look on his face for a moment, but soon returned to normal. Sky Sea Immortal Venerable, that's all in the past. Who hasn't been bullied before? Now that you're telling me this, could it be that you want to have a spar with me? Don't think that you're great just because you're an intermediate Immortal Venerable. I'm also an intermediate Immortal Venerable now. The people behind Immortal Supremacy Demon Sealing also angrily said, Immortal Supremacy Skysea, you were a realm higher than us before, but now we're at the same realm as you. Do you really want to attack us? Do you believe that we won't be able to kill all of you today? The muscular man was called Tian Hai Immortal Venerable. He was quite famous in the forsaken land of immortals. Although he wasn't one of the 10 great guardian deities, the difference wasn't big. In the past, when Immortal Sovereign Demonic Sealing fought with him, he was beaten miserably. As a result, Immortal Sovereign Demonic Sealing had a lot of resentment towards Immortal Sovereign Tian Hai. Looks like you're all stubborn. Then I'll defeat you first. Let's fight in the starry sky. Demon Sealing Immortal Venerable didn't believe that they couldn't defeat Heaven Sea Immortal Venerable. They left the great metropolis heaven and went out into the starry sky to fight. Given their strength, the entire world would be in shambles. The Sky Sea Immortal Venerate also came out. He made a grabbing motion, and a black saber landed in his hand. Wherever the saber pointed, it gave off a terrifying saber intent. Kill! With a wave of the black saber in his hand, a frightening saber intent turned into black ripples that rippled outwards. Only Tian Hai Immortal Venerable made a move. With a simple slash, Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable displayed such terrifying strength. The saber light rippled out like black waves. Wave after wave, the void under the starry sky collapsed. Immortal Venerable Demon Sealing and the others immediately felt a sense of danger. Everyone attacked together. 13 Immortal Venerates attacked together with great momentum. They directly took out their Immortal Venerate treasures and attacked the black ripples. They blasted towards the black ripples. The black ripples were so powerful that they crushed their attacks. Only then did they barely block the black ripples' attack. You guys only have this much ability. Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable sneered. I only used one slash, and you guys have to attack with all your strength. If I attack with 8 or 10 slashes, can you guys block it? Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable moved again. The black saber slashed out again and again, and the terrifying black ripples spread out again. Damn it! How can Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable's saber art be so powerful? Quickly block it. They were all mid-level Immortal Venerates. Even though they attacked with all their strength, they still couldn't block the vast black ripples. As the black ripples spread out on their bodies, the sharp saber lights cut their bodies, leaving behind wounds. Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable suppressed Immortal Venerable Demon Sealing and more than 10 Immortal Venerates by himself. Too weak. Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable shook his head in disappointment. Hua, hua, hua. The black saber in his hand slashed out again. The saber lights were sharp and domineering. Immortal Venerable Demon Sealing and the others vomited blood and were sent flying. The immortal venerable treasures in their hands were also sent flying. Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable stood with a saber in his arms. In front of the immortal sex, you guys are too weak. Later, I want to see why Tion made you guys follow him and abandon the forsaken immortal land. Sir, you only cultivate a dominator's saber art, relying on your powerful saber art to bully my people. You still have the nerve to boast shamelessly. Under the starry sky, a lazy young man walked out. You are Tion. Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable had seen Tion's appearance before, so he recognized him at a glance. Your eyesight is not bad. You actually recognize that my saber art is a dominator's saber art. Immortal Venerable Demon Sealing indeed didn't see that it was a dominator's saber art. No wonder it was so powerful that they couldn't block it even after joining hands and were injured instead. Master, we have disappointed you. Immortal Venerable Demon Sealing flew over with an ashamed expression. Their group of people couldn't beat Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable, so it was very embarrassing. The difference in cultivation techniques, it's normal for you guys to lose. Lin Fei didn't care. When you guys cultivate a dominator's secret technique, you won't have to be afraid of them. What arrogant words! Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable pointed with his saber. Tion, you stole the eternal fruit from Devil Fury Immortal Venerable. If you know what's good for you, obediently hand it over so that you don't have to suffer. Lin Fei was too lazy to talk nonsense. You talk too much nonsense. You beat my people and still dare to take my things. Your immortal sex really think too highly of yourselves. Great Sword Energy Secret Technique. 5 great golden sword energies swept across the sky. This time, the might of the attack was even stronger. 5 invincible great sword energies emitted golden light. At the same time, they contained invincible tyranny and locked onto Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable. Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable raised his saber and also used a dominator's saber art. In one breath, he slashed out more than 100 times, and a monstrous wave surged over. Even though Devil Fury Immortal Venerable had mentioned that with a dominator's saber art, he was one level ahead of others. The 5 great sword energies instantly transformed into a single sword that tore through the sky. The monstrous black wave was split apart, and a dazzling golden light appeared in Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable's eyes. Kacha, Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable, was split apart by the golden sword energy. Competing in a dominator cultivation technique, Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable was destined to suffer. How is this possible? Lord Heavenly Sea was split apart by a single sword energy. That sword energy is also a dominator's secret technique. He is just a small country bumpkin, but he actually has a dominator's secret technique. Moreover, his cultivation is even higher than Lord Heavenly Sea's. The immortal venerables of the immortal sex gasped. You actually also cultivated a dominator's secret technique. Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable revived once again, and he was full of fear towards Lin Fei. He had cultivated a dominator's saber art for a long time, and he had just reached the small success stage. Even if it was only a small success stage saber art, Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerable could be proud. He did not expect to encounter someone even more powerful than him. Just a dominator's secret technique alone could injure him. How did he cultivate it? Weren't you very arrogant just now? Let's continue. The great golden sword energy swept over again. Swish, 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 Lin Fei laughed mischievously. He activated the great sword energy and continuously attacked with domineering power. Chapter 1446. Tian High Immortal Sovereign was defeated too quickly. After returning from the land of war, Tian High Immortal Sovereign had made a great contribution and obtained a sovereign-level secret technique. With the help of the immortal sex treasures, he had cultivated a sovereign-level saber art to a small degree. The difference in strength between immortal sovereigns was greatly influenced by their cultivation techniques. Tian High Immortal Sovereign cultivated a sovereign-level saber art, and his combat strength had skyrocketed. In the same realm, he was an absolute existence. He could fight against more than 10 mid-level immortal sovereigns alone. This was the domineering aspect of a sovereign-level saber art. Unfortunately, he encountered Di Tian and was beaten into a sorry state in a few moves. In terms of sovereign-level attacks, Lin Fei had already reached the great success realm. Its might was imaginable. It was far from what Tianhai Immortal Sovereign could contend with. Tianhai Immortal Sovereign, how does it feel? 5 great sword energies appeared in Lin Fei's hand. Every sword strike left a wound on Tianhai Immortal Sovereign's hand. If you have the ability, let's not use a sovereign-level cultivation technique. Tianhai Immortal Sovereign was killed several times, and his expression was extremely ugly. Di Tian snatched the eternal fruit from Devil Fury Immortal Sovereign, which was equivalent to the loss of a group of experts. The Immortal Sect could not take this lying down and had to snatch it back from Di Tian. Tianhai Immortal Sovereign was close to the position of the 10 Great Vajras. He knew that this matter was promising, so he used his connections to bring people here to take credit. The only thing he did not expect was that Di Tian also cultivated a sovereign-level secret technique, which was much stronger than his. Ha ha ha, do you think this is funny? Who was so arrogant in front of me just now? Lin Fei's great sword energy stabbed again. You are not qualified to fight me alone. This stab crushed Tianhai Immortal Sovereign's attack. Demon Sealing, you guys go and beat him up. Lin Fei stopped attacking and called Demon Sealing and the others to go up. Tianhai Immortal Sovereign's expression became even uglier. Di Tian did not take him seriously at all. Di Tian, you are going too far. Demon Sealing did not know what he was afraid of. Master said that he could go up, so he would beat Tianhai Immortal Sovereign up and let him know how powerful he was. Tianhai Immortal Sovereign was just about to attack when a terrifying sword intent locked onto him. It was a long sword hanging in the air. Sky Sea Immortal Venerable, if you have the guts, then be arrogant again. When Demon Sealing Immortal Venerable saw Heaven Sea Immortal Venerable's cowardice, his attacks became more ferocious. The other Immortal Venerables also had the same expression. More than 10 Immortal Supremacies attacked at the same time, and Immortal Supremacy Sky Sea could not hold on any longer. Every time Xiao Qin tried to use a sovereign-grade saber technique, the golden sword would strike at him, causing him to suffer greatly. When he did not use it, he would be fine. However, once he used it, he would immediately suffer the attack of the great sword Qi. Bang! Heavenly Sea Immortal Sovereign was sent flying by the joint attack of several people. Di Tian, do you know who I'm representing today? I'm representing the Immortal Sect. You're just a country bumpkin. Now that you've offended the Immortal Sect, don't even think about living a peaceful life in the myriad of worlds. Tianhai Immortal Venerable repeatedly resisted. Without a Dominator-level saber technique, he was far from being a match for Immortal Venerable Demon Sealer and the others with his own strength. In less than a moment, he became battered and exhausted, with countless wounds left on his body. Lin Fei chuckled and said, Immortal Sex, I'm so scared. If you have the ability, then come and kill me. Heavenly Sea Immortal Sovereign dares to threaten Master? Let's beat him up. Immortal Venerable Demon Sealer had been suppressing his anger before, and now he could vent it out. How could Tianhai Immortal Sovereign expect that his words would make Immortal Venerable Demon Sealer and the others even crazier? These guys were too crazy. In less than an hour, Tianhai Immortal Sovereign was beaten up countless times. He was suppressed by Immortal Venerable Demon Sealer and the others until he couldn't move. Even the Immortal Saber Treasure in his hand was sealed. Di Tian, let go of me or you're dead. Tianhai Immortal Sovereign was furious and shot out a murderous gaze. Immortal Venerable Demon Sealer kicked. You dare to talk to Master like this? Are you courting death? At this time, Immortal Venerable Demon Sealer and the others understood. Master was awesome. Without a sovereign-grade saber technique, Tianhai Immortal Sovereign was like a tiger without teeth. He was at their mercy and was far from being a match for immortal, venerable demon sealer and the others. Lin Fei picked his ear. Tianhai Immortal Sovereign came all the way to our great metropolis heaven. He has to stay for a while. You guys have to entertain our honored guest well. Also, ask Wan Xia to send some gifts to him, lest he says we're rude. Lin Fei casually pinched his hand and made a seal, forcefully sending it into Tianhai Immortal Sovereign's body. He didn't care if Tianhai Immortal Sovereign vomited blood or not. All right, Immortal Venerable Demon Sealer suppressed Tianhai Immortal Sovereign and brought him to great metropolis heaven. Di Tian, what did you do to me? Why can't I circulate my immortal venerable power? Tianhai Immortal Sovereign's expression changed greatly. He couldn't circulate his immortal venerable power. As for the people that the Sky Sea Immortal Sovereign had brought, they had already scattered when they saw that the Sky Sea Immortal Sovereign had been suppressed, leaving no traces behind. You guys have been watching for so long, it's time to come out. Do you want me to invite you out? Golden sword energy swung back and forth in Lin Fei's hand. Dao friend Di Tian, don't attack. We will come out now. A group of people came out from the starry sky in front. Their expressions weren't normal, and their arrogance couldn't be concealed. It proved that they had a strong background. When Lin Fei was dealing with Tianhai Immortal Sovereign, he used the Great Sword Qi secret technique and saw that there were people in the starry sky. If not for the slight change in their aura, Lin Fei wouldn't have noticed it. There were only 8 people in this group. All of them were immortal venerables. Another 8 immortal venerables came. Lin Fei knew where they were coming from. Moreover, one of them was an old acquaintance, white-browed immortal venerable. Do the people of Immortal Court like to be sneaky? That group of people revealed angry expressions. Dao friend Di Tian, that's not true. Our Immortal Court is upright and upright. When have we ever been sneaky? As for what happened just now, it was because we didn't want to disturb Dao friend. The leader was a gray-robed old man. He had a mustache and looked very shrewd. So shameless. Lin Fei cursed in his heart. White-browed immortal venerable, it seems like your status isn't low. You managed to get a set of equipment so quickly. Lin Fei glanced at white-browed immortal venerable. What do you want to do? White-browed immortal venerable's hairs stood on their ends. Previously, he was stripped naked in the land of war. Everything on him was taken away, including his storage ring. He didn't even have a single treasure on him, causing his combat strength to plummet. When he returned to the Immortal Court, his status had plummeted. He hated Di Tian very much. Now that he heard this, he immediately panicked. Just a good question. Why are you so scared? I'm not a man-eating tiger. Lin Fei said with a smile. The gray-robed old man stared at white-browed immortal venerable coldly. White-browed immortal venerables. Words were suppressed, and he couldn't say a single word. He could only stare at him coldly. If not for Di Tian, he wouldn't be in such a miserable state. Chapter 1447. What a nice way to put it. Lin Fei did not believe that they were here for a trade. If they were here for a trade, they would have shown themselves earlier instead of hiding in the dark. If I didn't personally invite you out, who knows how long you would have been hiding for. Lin Fei was not interested in the Immortal Court's trade. If they had not shown their strength earlier, Lin Fei was 100% sure that they would have attacked him. Maybe they were waiting for him and Tianhai Immortal Sovereign to be injured so that they could reap the benefits. Lin Fei could easily see through their thoughts. Trade? My place is so remote. I don't have anything I want. I really don't know what there is to trade. Lin Fei pretended to be confused. The gray-robed old man had arrived long ago. He was just a step slower than Tianhai Immortal Sovereign. Seeing Tianhai Immortal Sovereign make a move, the gray-robed old man planned to observe for a while. If there was a chance, he could reap the benefits. Tianhai Immortal Sovereign had a Dominator-level saber art, and his combat strength was terrifying. The gray-robed old man also wanted to see Di Tian's true strength. even though he had a rough idea of Tion's strength from white-browed immortal sovereign. Now that he had the chance, he wanted to know more. The immortal court had gained a lot from the battlefield. Now they had 4 dominators presiding over the immortal court. Their strength had increased greatly. The only regretful thing was that the eternal fruit that could be used to break through to the immortal sovereign realm had been stolen. This caused the immortal court to work for nothing. Once the immortal court's internal affairs stabilized, they immediately thought about Tion's eternal fruit. After that exchange, the gray-robed old man did not dare to act rashly. His dominator-level secret technique had reached great success. No wonder white-browed immortal sovereign lost so miserably. Because of this, the gray-robed old man proposed a trade. Using force was not an option. Tion, stop pretending. You stole more than 20 eternal fruits from us. Are you going to admit it? White-browed immortal sovereign shouted angrily. If he had the eternal fruit, he would not have been laughed at. The gray-robed old man did not stop him. He deliberately let white-browed immortal sovereign say that. Then he said indifferently, White-browed, let's see what you have to say. So it's the fruit of eternity. I was wondering what it was. Lin Fei was suddenly enlightened and cried out involuntarily, Ah, you're late. If you had told me earlier, I would have kept the fruit of eternity for you. The gray-robed elder's task was to bring the fruit of eternity back. It was best not to use force. Tion was very powerful and could fight against more than 30 immortal venerables alone. What do you mean? The gray-robed old man spoke in a low voice. White-browed immortal venerable knows that I consumed a large number of eternal fruits in order to break through to the immortal venerable realm. After I returned, I consumed all of them in one go in order to try to break through again. I'm really sorry that you've come in vain. Lin Fei said seriously. What? You ate them all? The gray-robed elder almost called him a wastrel. Wasn't he afraid that his body would explode after eating all 99 eternal fruits? Yes, I ate them all. Lin Fei said. It's a pity that I didn't break through to the next stage. You came here for nothing. Tion, you are definitely lying. White-browed immortal venerable said furiously. He didn't believe Tion's words at all. Swoosh, a golden sword aura streaked across the sky and struck white-browed immortal venerable. White-browed immortal venerable's body was instantly split into 2, leaving behind the horrified immortal venerables. White-browed immortal venerable's eyes were filled with fear when he revived. If you dare to speak nonsense again, I'll kill you 100 times and see if you die. Lin Fei played with the great sword chi in his hand and muttered to himself, I am famous for my good temper. Look at the Sky Sea Immortal Sovereign. When he comes all the way here, I invite him to be my guest and entertain him with good food and drinks. But if he pisses me off, I don't care who you are, I'll kill you 100 times. A strange look flashed in the gray-robed elder's eyes, and he thought, this Tion is so strong. White-browed immortal venerable was instantly killed with one strike. It seems like it won't be easy to get the fruit of eternity. I need another way. Daoist Tion, please calm down, the gray-robed elder said. White-browed didn't do it on purpose. Since you've used the fruit of eternity, we'll take our leave. You came all the way here. Why don't you come to my humble abode for a while? Lin Fei invited them. Who would dare to be a guest at your place? Seeing how Lin Fei killed white-browed immortal venerable with a single sentence, it was clear that he didn't put them in his eyes at all. They had seen arrogant people, but they had never seen someone as arrogant as him. The gray-robed elder was also furious. They represented the immortal court. Tion was just a country bumpkin who dared to kill people in public after getting some benefits. He was really bold. At this moment, the gray-robed elder was trying his best to suppress his anger. He still needed to report to the higher-ups, so he could only leave first. If they really made a move, they wouldn't be able to go back today. They would have to stay in Great Metropolis World as guests. Thank you for your kindness. We still have important matters to attend to, so we won't trouble you. The gray-robed elder said politely, "Let's go." The few of them turned and left. "Master, why didn't you make them stay?" A black mist appeared behind Lin Fei. It was Immortal Venerable Wan Xie. He had a sinister smile on his face. "Didn't I tell you to entertain Sky, see Immortal Venerable?" "I've already started to entertain Sky, see Immortal Venerable. That guy is very tight-lipped, but it won't take long for him to speak. In front of me, Wan Xie, willpower is useless." Immortal Venerable Wan Xie chuckled. Lin Fei had only learned of Immortal Venerable Wan Xie's torturing methods by chance. No matter who it was, they wouldn't be able to hide anything once they fell into Immortal Venerable Wan Xie's hands. It's best to settle this matter in the next few days and make him spit out everything he knows. Also, the Dominator level saber art is a good thing. Before long, the people from the Immortal Sects will definitely come again. Master, don't worry. Once he's in my hands, he'll talk even if he doesn't want to. Lin Fei believed that Immortal Venerable Wan Xie wouldn't lie. If we leave Immortal Court's people behind, others will think that we're too arrogant. We can't afford to offend them for now. Immortal Sections. They occupied a large part of the world and had a lot of influence in the myriad worlds. The two palaces, Immortal Court and Immortal Sections. These three forces were the top forces in the myriad worlds. Now that they heard that Immortal Venerable Tianhai was imprisoned by Great Metropolis World's D Tian, the upper echelons of the Immortal Sects were all furious. This D Tian was too daring. Immortal Venerable Tianhai was a member of their Immortal Sections. "Sect Master, we must send people to take care of D Tian and those traitors. They actually dared to betray the Forsaken Immortals and become D Tian's lackeys. Not only did D Tian snatch our eternal fruit, he also forcefully imprisoned Immortal Venerable Tianhai. If we don't teach D Tian a lesson, I'm afraid our immortal sects will become a joke in everyone's mouths. Immortal Venerable Tianhai is useless. After all, he's a member of our immortal sections. We must bring him back. This D Tian will also have to face the wrath of our immortal sects." Inside the palace, the seated Immortal Venerables collectively attacked D Tian. None of the people in the Forsaken Immortals were good people. Moreover, there were 3 rulers overseeing the Immortal Sections. The 2 palaces couldn't do anything to them for now, so they were probably even more anxious to deal with the Immortal Court. D Tian's actions were equivalent to provoking their Immortal Sections. The seated Immortal Venerables looked at the person on the main seat. It was the sect master of the Immortal Sects, Immortal Venerable Formless. Immortal Venerable Formless was the strongest expert below the rulers. All the Immortal Venerables of the Immortal Sects were convinced. The sect master, Immortal Venerable Formless, stood up. His body was tall and straight, and his immortal venerable power flickered around him. 1 red and 1 white, 2 strands of immortal venerable power continuously revolved around him. This was a peak expert who cultivated 2 strands of immortal venerable power. D Tian's matter is a small matter. Immortal Venerable Formless said indifferently, "Everyone don't worry. When the time comes, just let the 3 blood brothers go." Hearing the 3 blood brothers, all the Immortal Venerables present gasped. These 3 brothers were ancient Immortal Venerables. They were terrifyingly powerful and murderous. They killed anyone they saw and committed all sorts of crimes. In the end, they were exiled to the Forsaken Immortals. When the 3 blood brothers attacked, they could fight against a high-level Immortal Venerable. No matter how strong D Tian was, he would still be defeated by them with a ruler-level secret technique. Everyone seemed to be able to see this scene. On the Immortal Court side, this news was also sent back. The Eternal Fruit was very important. 1 Eternal Fruit could nurture a new Immortal Venerable and could even help a peak Immortal Venerable break through. D Tian had occupied 99 Eternal Fruits. Even if he consumed 20 of them, he would still have 70 or so eternal fruits left. It was enough to nurture dozens of immortal venerables. Immortal Lyceum was furious. The Immortal Lyceum's reputation was rising. They had 4 ruler-level experts and a supreme treasure like the Immortal Lyceum. The 2 palaces couldn't do anything about it and allowed the Immortal Lyceum to take root in the myriad worlds. Now, a small country, Bumpkin Detion, actually wanted to occupy all the eternal fruits. He even dared to not give them face. The Immortal Lyceum's upper echelon also had the same opinion. They had to obtain the eternal fruits from Detion, no matter what, to nurture more experts for the Immortal Lyceum. The next day, an order came from the Immortal Lyceum. A few immortal venerables were sent to great metropolis heaven to retrieve the eternal fruits. Master, Sky Sea Immortal Venerable has spoken. Demon Venerable Immortal Venerable ran in happily. Demon Venerable Immortal Venerable and the other immortal venerables were overjoyed to be able to dig out a ruler-level saber art from Sky Sea Immortal Venerable. They probably wouldn't be able to cultivate such a supreme cultivation technique in their lifetime. Lin Fei flipped through this saber art and recorded it with the level-up system. Then he threw it to Demon Venerable Immortal Venerable. It's a complete saber art. That brat Myriad Evil is quite capable. Demon Venerable Immortal Venerable was becoming more and more afraid of Immortal Venerable Myriad Evil. That fella was a devil that made people unable to sleep. An Immortal Venerable was tortured to such a state. Fortunately, they weren't enemies, but subordinates of the same master. Take this saber art and learn it. Lin Fei continued. When you have time, I'll let you comprehend this saber art and cultivate it to the Immortal Venerable level. At that time, you won't have to worry if you encounter a high-level Immortal Venerable. They knew how difficult it was to cultivate a ruler-level saber art. Chapter 1448. Ding. Congratulations, player, for killing Destruction Wolverine. Reward: 200 million experience points. Ding. Congratulations, player, for killing Flying Flaming Bird. Reward: 150 million experience points. Ding. Congratulations, player, for obtaining Immortal Beast Blood Essence. Ding. Congratulations, player, for obtaining Immortal Beast Blood Essence. In the demonic space, Lin Fei was in a mountain range, killing immortal beasts one after another. That was experience points. Coming in every day to level up had become something he had to do every day. The demonic space was huge. Lin Fei hadn't gone far yet. He was focused on leveling up and didn't have time to understand the situation around him. After killing a batch of immortal beasts, Lin Fei obtained some Immortal Beast Blood Essence. This was the first time he obtained such a thing. Lin Fei used a detection technique, and the Immortal Beast Blood Essence glowed. Immortal Beast Blood Essence, the essence of immortal beasts. It can only be produced when one reaches the Immortal Emperor level. It is suitable for immortal beasts to consume. They're such a good thing. The Immortal Beast Blood Essence was a blood-colored crystal. Lin Fei sensed it and found that there was indeed a large amount of essence within. This is great. With this thing, it's much easier than devouring immortal beasts. The 12 generals were still cultivating and breaking through. Lin Fei had to plunder a batch of immortal beasts every day. This kind of leveling method was something that only he could do. The immortal beasts were devoured by them, and their speed wasn't as fast as before. Lin Fei was worried about how to increase their speed. After chasing away the people from the Celestial Court and the Celestial Sects, they would definitely come back soon. At that time, a battle would be unavoidable. Lin Fei wanted to make use of this time to let the 12 generals have a breakthrough and become his right-hand men. Lin Fei's eyes lit up when he saw the Immortal Beast Blood Essence. Ha ha ha, here I come. 12 hours passed in a flash. Lin Fei collected a large amount of Immortal Beast Blood Essence of different sizes. Some were the size of a fist, some were the size of a small stone. It's almost time. I can go out soon. Today's harvest was abundant. Aside from a large amount of experience points, Lin Fei had also obtained a large amount of immortal beast blood essence. If Explode and the others consumed the blood essence, they would definitely be able to improve their cultivation. There was also the experience stone, which he loved the most. Originally, experience stones could only be purchased. Now, killing immortal beasts would drop experience stones. Ho! Suddenly, a deafening roar came from the mountain range ahead. Kacha-kacha, the voice turned into a terrifying sound wave, rippling out in circles. The mountain range was instantly turned into a mess. The towering trees were snapped in half, and the tyrannical immortal beasts fell to the ground. Damn, this is a sound wave attack. Lin Fei was also pushed back a step by the sound wave attack. Could it be an immortal emperor level immortal beast? No, it's impossible for an immortal emperor level immortal beast to be this powerful. Just one roar, and I have no choice but to retreat. It must be a powerful immortal beast. Lin Fei turned into a stream of light and rushed over to investigate. Very soon, a vacuum appeared in the mountain range ahead. Of course. When he saw the flying black shadow, Lin Fei really did not react. This looks like a demon. Not far away, the human-shaped demon was a full 10 zhang tall. When it spread its wings, it emitted a tyrannical aura. It's actually red. Lin Fei looked again and saw that the demon's head was red. This was a boss. Within the demonic region, most immortal beasts were white in color and had average attack power. After them were yellow immortal beasts, which were much stronger. After them were green immortal beasts, which were like mini-bosses. Lin Fei would kill a few every day. A red boss. This was the first time he encountered one. Die. The human-shaped demon flapped its wings, stirring up a black gale and attacking a 4-legged giant dragon not far away. The 4-legged giant dragon was an immortal emperor-level immortal beast. At this moment, its body was covered in wounds. When the black gale blew, large pieces of flesh fell off. Its huge body smashed into a mountain, flattening it on the spot. It was already on its last breath. It's a green mini-boss dragon. He had been here for some time to level up. This was the first time he encountered an immortal emperor dragon. This was also the first time he encountered a demon. The demon looked very powerful. With a bright red head, it was like a large light bulb in the night. It was impossible not to notice it. Ding! Discovered a Tier 1 demon boss. Please kill it within 3 days. If you kill it successfully, you will receive 1 billion experience points. You may even unlock the demon dimension. If you fail to kill the demon, you will be deducted 1 level per day. You will not be allowed to enter the demon dimension for 3 months. Lin Fei almost cursed out loud. Right now, the demon dimension was very important to Lin Fei. This was also the reason why he dared to detain the immortal sex and refused to give the immortal court. Right now, Lin Fei was already a 6th-stage Immortal Prime expert. He was not far from becoming a ruler. The 12 generals needed the demon dimension to level up. If he was not allowed to enter for 3 months, it would be too late. Isn't it just a Tier 1 demon boss? It's not like it's some super boss. I'll kill this bastard. Lin Fei immediately made up his mind. Just as Lin Fei made up his mind, the demon in the distance shot a cold glare at Lin Fei's direction. Human! Ha ha ha! Hua! The demon laughed loudly. Its figure moved, ignoring the void as it arrived in front of Lin Fei. Its sharp black claws swiped at Lin Fei's chest. Its 5 razor-sharp fingers glowed with a cold light, radiating a dangerous aura. Rip bolstered by the great Tao of True Self, Lin Fei punched at the Tier 1 demon. This time, Lin Fei's forte was speed, but the demon was faster. The demon tore off a large piece of flesh from his chest. If Lin Fei had not dodged in time, this claw would have pierced through his body. Damn, what kind of joke is this? This Tier 1 demon is so strong. After Lin Fei's physical body broke through again and again. Even immortal primes could not break through it. Now, however, a single claw from this demon caused Lin Fei to lose his composure. Could this demon have the strength of a ruler? It's been a long time since I've eaten a human. You won't be able to escape today. The Tier 1 demon grabbed the flesh and gobbled it down, revealing an intoxicated expression. When it opened its eyes again, they were scarlet red. Xiao, 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 the Tier 1 demon used its claws, which turned into a dozen cold lights. Pa, 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 the void was torn apart. World storm. A huge storm descended on the mountain range. Ding, congratulations, player. Killed, flying flaming bird. Ding, congratulations, player. Killed, flying flaming bird. The moment the world storm appeared, Lin Fei disappeared in front of the demon's attacks, causing all of them to miss. The immortal beasts below were unlucky. They were instantly killed by the world storm. The system notifications kept ringing. Ding injured Tier 1 demon boss, dealing 10,000 damage. Ding injured Tier 1 demon boss, dealing 5,000 damage. Lin Fei jumped a few times, dodging the other party's attacks. As for the Tier 1 demon in the middle of the world storm, damage numbers appeared one after another. Chapter 1449. Lin Fei successfully dodged the demon's dozen or so attacks. However, Lin Fei could feel the power of the demon's attacks. Strong, very strong. When Lin Fei saw the demon's HP bar, he could not help but suck in a breath of cold air. This demon actually had 30 million HP. Based on his current attack power of 510,000, he would need 3,000 attacks to kill this demon. In the game's terms, this demon had thick skin and was extremely difficult to deal with. You can escape. The demon actually broke through the world storm and charged at Lin Fei once more. Secret sword key. 5 secret sword key slashed at Shifeng. Dang! Dang! The Tier 1 demon's massive wings served as its best defense. With a sweep of its wings, it sent the sword key flying. So tough! Lin Fei was extremely confident in his secret sword key. He was only one step away from a sovereign rank secret technique. It was easy to imagine how powerful it would be. However, the demon easily sent him flying. Lin Fei felt a little troubled. Even if this demon did not have the combat power of a sovereign, it was not far from it. These attacks are useless against me. The Tier 1 demon laughed loudly. Ignoring the world storm, it broke through all defenses and charged at Lin Fei. Startled, Lin Fei blocked with both hands. Boom! Lin Fei's entire body was sent flying. The Tier 1 demon's eyes were bloodshot as it pounced at Shifeng. You're too weak. Lin Fei merged with the world storm, constantly changing his position and dodging the Tier 1 demon's attacks. He was extremely shocked. The demon realm isn't as simple as I thought. A demon boss is actually so powerful. What a joke. Blocking the demon's attack just now had nearly shattered all of Lin Fei's bones. If it wasn't for him activating the great Tao of True Self to strengthen his body would have exploded from that attack. The leveling system is too much of a scam. If I weren't so strong, I'd probably be lying here waiting to be collected. How could Lin Fei not be shocked to see a fiend with the strength of a sovereign? The speed of the demons is very fast, and it's almost impossible to avoid them. Fortunately, there's a world storm, so I'm not in such a sorry state. But this can't go on. Lin Fei moved through the world storm, and the demon kept attacking. There was less than a second between them. Lin Fei was very passive. I found you. The demon's claw tore through the air, and a black shadow attacked. Lin Fei was just about to move when he was locked in place. The demon revealed a sinister smile and clawed at Lin Fei's afterimage. He ran away. The world storm dissipated, and he disappeared as well. The demon searched back and forth, but couldn't find anyone. He left unwillingly. Dominator rank fighting strength is truly terrifying. Lin Fei appeared in the stone pagoda and thought back to the scene just now. Even Immortal Venerable's spiritual senses were unable to capture his traces, but the devil actually did and easily killed his way in. No wonder the system gave me 3 days. I also know that a first-rank demon is not easy to deal with. Lin Fei sat down on the throne, frowning. How was he going to deal with this demon? If the time wasn't up and he was teleported out, Lin Fei didn't doubt that he would be in danger, and it would be extremely dangerous. 3 days. Now 1 day had passed, and only 2 days were left. The 2 days were separated. In other words, Lin Fei only had 2 chances. Otherwise, even if he failed, whether it was losing a level or not being allowed to enter for 3 months, Lin Fei couldn't accept it. Lin Fei calmed himself down and carefully thought back to the scene just now, hoping to find a solution. Speed. Lin Fei found the gap between him and the demon. Even though the fiend devil was incredibly strong and was almost as strong as a sovereign, Lin Fei was still able to block it. The only thing he was afraid of was the fiend devil's speed. The combination of the fiend devil's incredible attack power and terrifying speed was definitely something to be afraid of. Lin Fei thought that he was not bad in everything except for speed. As long as I can slow down the demon, I'm not afraid of not killing that guy. Lin Fei opened the best quality system and began to search for related things. The next day, Lin Fei entered the demon space again, and the place he came in was the place he left before. Before entering, Lin Fei was ready. If the demon was still there, he would leave the attack range immediately. But this time the demon wasn't here. The giant dragon corpse was also gone. The demon appeared in this place. It should be in this area. Let me go and find it. I don't believe I can't find it. Lin Fei's spiritual senses covered the sky and earth. The range was from 10 million miles to hundreds of millions of miles. Found it. Lin Fei quickly found a valley. There were many bones piled up in the valley, including the giant dragons. Lin Fei immediately determined that the demon was in this cave. World Storm. Before Lin Fei reached the valley, he opened the World Storm. A huge valley was razed to the ground. You again, disturbing my sleep. The demon shot into the sky, glaring at the weak human. You ran away yesterday, but you won't be able to escape today. Whoosh! Just like yesterday's attack. It was too fast. Lin Fei escaped into the world storm. The mountain behind him had been destroyed by the demon, and it was a mess. 5 streams of sword chi shot out. This time, all 5 streams of sword chi were separated. They were like golden ribbons, entangling the demon. Eternal Ksana! Seeing that it was about to be wrapped up, the demon flapped its huge wings, preparing to blast the great sword chi out. In that instant, Lin Fei used a mystique secret skill. This was an ultimate skill from the eternal immortal emperor. Time seemed to stop as if it was frozen in that instant. The great sword chi successfully wrapped around the demon's body, wrapping it tightly like a dumpling. Eternal Ksana was too short. In just a breath's time, the demon recovered and was about to shatter the great sword chi's entanglement. Sword Mountain. The true self, world destroyer sword appeared in Lin Fei's hand. A terrifying sword technique blasted out. The demon was wrapped up and slowed down. 1 sword strike, and a large amount of blood burst out. The world storm's attack also landed on the demon. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Lin Fei called out, "I want you to lose blood now." The demon slowed down. Just as he had guessed, the demon couldn't spread its wings, so it slowed down and couldn't track Lin Fei. Whoosh! Lin Fei darted out and slashed, leaving a wound on the demon's body. "You can't kill me," the demon shouted. Its body suddenly grew larger, and it shattered the great sword chi secret skill, Eternal Ksana. As soon as he broke through, Lin Fei used another skill. The great sword Qi wrapped around the demon again, and this time the demon lost blood again. The great sword Qi was close to the Dominator level, so it wasn't easy to shatter. It needed time. This was the method that Lin Fei had come up with. In order to lock the demon in place, he had spent an entire night using time acceleration to upgrade this secret skill. Only then was he able to lock the demon in place for a breath's time. Now you feel good. Lin Fei wanted to waste time with the demon today. Let's see who could last longer. The demon was wrapped up, and the world storm started to shrink. It was controlled to a range of 10 million miles, and its power also increased. It attacked both internally and externally. Lin Fei's powerful moves greeted the demon's body. They were all moves from the Dominator's sword technique. 5 million blood left. Lin Fei continued to waste time. Once the demon was about to break free, he would use this move. Even if the demon knew this move, it couldn't find a way to break it. It could only curse at the demon. Lin Fei didn't care. He would kill it first. Everything else was useless. Slash! A sword light as bright as the sun landed on the demon's body. The demon let out a cry of despair. It used up the last drop of blood and died at Lin Fei's hands. Hoo-hoo, with the demon dead, Lin Fei let out a long breath. He had used up 80 to 90% of the true self Tao in his body. This was something he hadn't experienced before. This demon was just too hard to deal with. Ding! Congratulations, player, on killing a rank 1 demon. Obtained 500 million experience points. Ding! Congratulations, player, on completing the quest. Obtained 1 billion experience points. Ding! Congratulations, player, on obtaining demon wings. Dropped by a rank 1 demon. Ding! Congratulations, player, on obtaining a dungeon key. Dropped by a rank 1 demon. Ding! Congratulations, player, on obtaining demon essence blood. Ding! Congratulations, player, on obtaining demon secret skill, Dominator splitting claw. Lin Fei's eyes widened. So many good items. EXP was nothing. Lin Fei's attention was attracted by the demon's wings, so he used the system to appraise it. Demon wings, obtained from the body of a demon, increases the speed of the heavenly path by 80 times. An ancient item. No wonder it's so fast. It actually reached 80 times the speed of the heavenly path. This thing was really a good thing. It also said that the demon wings can only be used with a strong physique. My physique is so strong that it's the most suitable. When the time comes, combined with the world storm, no one can stop me. Lin Fei's physique speed was not even 50 times the speed of the heavenly path. This demon wings was already so strong. Whoever encountered it would be unlucky. Lin Fei was very happy that this item dropped from the demon. He had never been satisfied with his speed. Now that he had the demon wings, he was completely satisfied. Also, this demon's blood essence must be very terrifying. Lin Fei took out the demon's blood essence. Although it was only the size of a fist, the terrifying aura it contained shocked even him. If I let Hairball eat this, I believe she will definitely mature. When Lin Fei thought about how Furball had matured, which was the only primordial evil dragon in the entire universe, the mere thought of it made him excited. The demon was already so powerful, almost comparable to a Dominator. Apart from Hairball, anyone else would definitely explode if they ate it. Chapter 1450. Lin Fei was overjoyed to have obtained so many good items in one go. Whether it was the demon wings, demon blood essence, or the ruler's cultivation technique, they were all rare items. There's also this demon dungeon. I wonder what's going on. Lin Fei toyed with a black scroll in his hand. At this moment, the scroll was sealed by some sort of power. Ding! Do you wish to open the demon dungeon? Lin Fei rejected the offer. If even a Tier 1 demon was so powerful, wouldn't he have wasted this opportunity if the demon dungeon contained even more powerful monsters? Lin Fei decided to make some preparations first. After collecting the experience stones, Lin Fei did not leave. Instead, he entered the cave that the Tier 1 demon had come from. There should be good items down there. With a few breaths, Lin Fei opened up a passage and entered an ancient palace. What a huge statue! As he descended, Lin Fei was shocked to see a massive palace that radiated an ancient aura. Lin Fei suspected that his eyes were playing tricks on him. The items in this palace were ancient. Carefully, Lin Fei released his divine sense and began searching the palace. Fortunately, the palace was not very large. After scanning it with his divine sense, he discovered that it was not as dangerous as he had imagined. The palace was not large. In fact, it was practically empty. Ignoring the demon statue at the entrance, Lin Fei descended into the palace. When he discovered something in a corner, he could not help but reveal a look of joy. Wow, there's actually so much immortal beast blood essence. With a flash, Lin Fei appeared in a corner of the palace. At this moment, there was a dense pile of immortal beast blood essence on the ground. There were at least 1 million pieces. Lin Fei's heart nearly leaped out of his chest. Wow, how many immortal beasts did this guy kill? Immortal beast blood essence could only be obtained from immortal-ranked immortal beasts. Of course, it also depended on one's luck. If one was unlucky, one might not even obtain 1 piece, even after killing 10 immortal emperor beasts. Now, with a rough sweep, there were more than 1 million immortal beast essence, blood of different qualities, which exceeded Lin Fei's imagination. That demon almost has the combat strength of a ruler. Who knows how many immortal beasts he's killed over the years? For example, that giant dragon from yesterday was defeated in a few breaths. Lin Fei took a deep breath. These immortal beast blood essences belong to me. Lin Fei did not hesitate to accept all of them and put them into his storage ring. 1,320,000 immortal beast blood essence. For the time being, this number was an astronomical number for Lin Fei. According to the ratio of 1 to 5, the demons had killed close to 7 million immortal beasts in this area to obtain today's harvest. After collecting the immortal beast essence blood, Lin Fei went to search again, but there was nothing. Originally, the discovery of the immortal beast essence blood made Lin Fei happy for a while. He thought that there would be immortal beast fragments, but after searching for a while, there was nothing. If you don't have it, then so be it. Lin Fei didn't care anymore. With the immortal beast essence blood, this time he could raise the 12 generals to a very high realm. Maybe they could break through to the celestial, venerable realm. Lin Fei prepared to leave the demon space. Just as he came out, Lin Fei stopped again. This palace exudes an ancient aura. It is the oldest thing I have seen so far. It shouldn't be ordinary. Let's keep it first. Lin Fei turned into a giant and reached out. With a loud rumble, he grabbed the palace with one hand and tried to pull it out. But with Lin Fei's grab, the palace didn't move at all. This made Lin Fei dumbfounded. Even and celestial venerable wouldn't be able to dodge his grab. Moreover, it was pure physical strength. Now he actually couldn't grab it. What a joke. Again, boom, 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 the soil around the palace exploded. Lin Fei grabbed the palace with both hands. With the support of the great path of true self, the huge palace started to shake. It was pulled out from the soil by Lin Fei. What is this thing? It's so solid. I almost couldn't grab it. Once the palace was out, as Lin Fei returned to his normal size, the palace also shrunk and landed on Lin Fei's palm. He used his divine sense to check back and forth, but he couldn't find anything. Appraisal. This time, the prompt that Lin Fei received was 3 question marks. Mysterious item. Unknown. No way a palace is a mysterious item. Lin Fei really couldn't figure it out. Although Lin Fei was shocked, he threw it into the storage ring. Since it was in his hands, he would find out sooner or later, so there was no hurry. In Lin Fei's eyes, the demon space was even more extraordinary. In that case, I might as well cultivate the devil's wings first. After being fooled by the mysterious palace, Lin Fei wasn't in a hurry to get out. He found a place, cleared the surrounding immortal beasts, and took out the devil's wings. It was a pair of black wings covered with ancient patterns. Lin Fei could see that there were mysterious formations carved on it, but he wasn't sure what they were exactly. Ding! Do you want to fuse the devil's wings? With a thought from Lin Fei, a system notification popped up. Fuse! Ding! As the devil's wings are ancient items, fusing will require a certain amount of time and will bring about a certain amount of pain. Player, please take note. Swoosh! The black devil's wings on his hand turned into a stream of light and entered Lin Fei's body. Suddenly, a feeling of blood and water merging spread throughout his body. The devil's wings seemed to be rooted in his body, and he felt intense pain all over his body. Do you have to do this? Lin Fei's body was instantly covered with green veins. This process lasted for 2 hours. During this time, the intense pain almost tore Lin Fei apart. This was the most painful experience he had ever experienced. This time, Lin Fei's physical body was ridiculously strong, and with the support of the great Tao of True Self, he endured it without wavering. If this was before, when he was fusing hundreds of divine bodies, Lin Fei had no doubt that he would be torn apart. Ding! Congratulations, player, for fusing the devil's wings. The system sounded again, and the intense pain disappeared as if it had never appeared. Done! Lin Fei felt that there was something extra in his body. With a thought, a pair of black devil's wings that exuded an ancient aura extended from his back. They were more than 10 meters long. With a thought, Lin Fei was hundreds of millions of miles away. So fast! It was as if the layers of void blocking him did not exist. 80 times the speed limit of heaven's path. It's really amazing. Swoosh, 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 Lin Fei's figure flashed. With 80 times the speed limit of heaven's path, his figure could no longer be seen. Even his divine senses could not keep up. World storm. The horrifying world storm was already at the 6th level, and it exuded terrifying might. Lin Fei felt that he had perfectly fused with it. As long as it was within the range of the world storm, it would be under his control. Good stuff. This is really good stuff. Lin Fei continued to jump. Now that there were no more obstacles, hundreds of millions of miles could be traversed in a single breath. Chapter 1451. In the demon space, Lin Fei first successfully refined the demonic wings and made them a part of his body. After that, he started to cultivate the Dominator grade cultivation technique, splitting claw strike. This Dominator grade cultivation technique was purely made for close combat. The rank 1 demon relied on this to put Lin Fei at a disadvantage. The power of this claw was a little too much for Lin Fei. If not for the world storm and eternal instant to delay the rank 1 demon, he would have been seriously injured. This cultivation technique was better than the great sword Qi secret technique. It was for this reason that Lin Fei wanted to cultivate it, especially after refining the demonic wings. This Dominator grade cultivation technique was more suitable for him. When Lin Fei came out of the demon space, he had already cultivated this cultivation technique to the entry level. Now he just had to find time to push it to the immortal, venerable level. Once he reached this level, its power would be even stronger than the great sword Qi. Coming to the stone tower, Lin Fei appeared in the middle level of the training ground with a thought. Bao Mia and the rest were cultivating here. When Lin Fei arrived, they were all sitting cross-legged and refining the essence of the immortal beasts. A fierce aura rushed into the sky, turning into 12 balls of clouds. There were 12 vicious beasts sitting on top of them, and they were currently inhaling and exhaling mist. This was formed from their vicious aura. The stronger the vicious aura, the more powerful they were. As expected of the 12 generals that insect Queen values the most. Their talent is unimaginable. Lin Fei scanned them with his divine sense and was very satisfied with their speed. At this moment, the strongest was still Baomia. He had already entered the 3rd level of the Great Tao. His combat strength could definitely fight against a peak 4th level immortal emperor. The others were also at the peak of the 2nd level. Only they could improve at this speed. As long as there was immortal beast flesh to devour, they could break through all the way without any cultivation. They had the most potential. Right now, the myriad worlds were not peaceful. Lin Fei needed enough experts to guard the great metropolis world. Wake up! When Lin Fei's voice swept over them, everyone woke up. Master! The 12 generals swallowed the ball of evil qi, and all stood up. Your speed of improvement is not bad, but it's still too slow. Lin Fei said, So, I specially brought you something good. Whoosh! Millions of immortal beast blood essence flew out and piled up like a mountain. This thing is of great use to us. Husi had a big bald head and his eyes lit up. Master, are these things for us to cultivate? As long as we have these good things, we can improve faster. Kong squinted. The 12 generals were the most sensitive to this. Whether it was good or not, he could tell at a glance. The 12 of you will be divided equally. I want you to break through in the shortest time possible. Lin Fei said, and then left the space of the stone pagoda. The 12 generals were extremely excited. This thing was much better than the flesh and blood of immortal beasts. The difference was like heaven and earth. What are you all standing around for? Aren't you going to split up so that you can break through your current realm? Explosion extermination. Wait until I break through to the celestial supremacy realm. Let's see how you can be the first battle general. Battle General Crocodile shot out his battle intent. Me too. These guys. Lin Fei shook his head. These guys. Wasn't it just the title of the first general? What was there to fight for? However, it was good to fight for it. Lin Fei didn't know how many times he had seen such a situation. After leaving the immortal beast blood essence, Lin Fei went to grab Hairball and threw it into one of the layers. Master, what good things do you have to eat this time? Hairball had devoured a lot of good things, but it was still a long way from maturity. It was already good enough that Lin Fei didn't go broke. She asked for food as soon as they met. What do you think of this thing? Lin Fei took out the evil demon blood essence. Gulp, gulp. As soon as he took it out, Lin Fei knew that he had underestimated Hairball's appetite. I want to eat, I want to eat. Furball was originally very lazy, but when it saw the fiend blood essence, it was as if it had seen a beautiful woman. It stared at the fiend blood essence, saliva dripping from its mouth. It won't explode, right? Lin Fei had experienced the power of a rank 1 evil demon. It was an existence comparable to a ruler. The evil demon blood essence contained terrifying energy. We primordial evil dragons can eat anything. Hairball drooled. Moreover, a thought came from the depths of my mind. As long as I eat this thing, I might be able to break through to maturity and become a real, primordial evil dragon. At that time, I can help Master. I'll eat anyone who dares to disobey Master. Hairball's current combat strength wasn't high, but her defense was terrifyingly strong. Lin Fei was looking forward to seeing what would happen after she entered maturity. She would at least have the combat strength of an immortal venerable. Here you go. Lin Fei threw the evil demon blood essence over. Hairball shook her body and returned to her original form. She opened her mouth and swallowed it. A terrifying evil aura swept out. Hairball's huge body shook. So satisfying, so satisfying. Lin Fei had long since left Furball's vicinity. He stood in the sky and watched as Furball let out a satisfied cry. Its massive body continued to split apart, and then it grew back to normal in the blink of an eye. Hairball was already very long. Lin Fei sucked in a breath of cold air at the effects of the demon blood essence. Hua hua hua, Hairball's body kept growing, from tens of millions of zhang to billions of zhang. Fortunately, the Realm Lord's stone pagoda was big enough, otherwise it would have exploded. Furball's body continued to swell under the effects of pleasure and pain, turning into a massive monster. An immortal, venerable level demon dragon was very big, but compared to Furball, it was completely incomparable. It was on the level of a small earth. Lin Fei didn't feel good at all. If that immortal, venerable, evil dragon encountered Hairball, it would probably be sent flying with a single claw. If Hairball uses Ren Claw, I wonder what would happen. After Hairball consumed the evil demon blood essence, Lin Fei didn't dare to leave. If the medicinal effect was too strong and he couldn't suppress it, Lin Fei would have to do it himself. He didn't know when he would come across such evil demon blood essence, so he had to cherish it. When Furball's body reached a length of 200 million kilometers, it stopped moving. Looking over, her body was like a meandering mountain range with no end in sight. As for Hairball's black scales, they had turned dark gold and were flickering with resplendent luster. Hairball's aura was also increasing. The pressure became more and more grand. Half a day later, the pressure wasn't any weaker than an immortal, venerable. It was at least 10 times stronger than an immortal, venerable, evil dragon. 2 masses of chi entered and exited, causing the void to tremble. Good posture. No wonder the primordial evil dragon could become a top race in ancient times. Its combat power is really not weak. Lin Fei knew that Hairball was very lucky this time. If not for opening the evil demon space and obtaining the evil demon blood essence, Hairball wouldn't have such a huge change within a few chaos years. Lin Fei stayed in the training ground for 3 days. He didn't move during these 3 days. Roar, accompanied by an earth-shattering roar, Hairball's huge body turned into a mass of black fog, and a fierce young man walked out. He walked quickly to Lin Fei and grinned. "Master, I finally entered the mature stage." A young man appeared, exuding a vicious aura. If it wasn't for the familiar aura, Lin Fei would have thought that he recognized the wrong person. "This is what you look like in the mature stage." Lin Fei was happy to hear that Hairball had entered the mature stage. A mature primordial evil dragon. Yes, this is what we look like in the mature stage. Without Master's blood essence, it would take me at least dozens of chaos years to enter the mature stage. Hairball said excitedly, "Master, I can help you kill people now. I can eat anyone who doesn't like Master." Lin Fei underestimated the time it took for the primordial evil dragon to enter the mature stage. Dozens of chaos years was too long. He didn't know what would happen during this period. Lin Fei used his divine senses to check, but couldn't see Hairball's realm. "You have entered the mature stage. I don't know what realm you are at now. Tell me. How do I say this?" Hairball scratched her head. "I don't know." "Damn, I don't know." Lin Fei was surprised. "Are all primordial evil dragons in the mature stage so awesome? Try attacking me." Lin Fei knew Hairball's strength after trying. "You really want to try? Come on. Your master isn't as weak as you think." Lin Fei patted his chest. "Then I'm coming." Furball swatted at him, and all Lin Fei saw was a blur as the terrifying palm landed on his chest. His entire body was sent flying, crashing deep into the ground. "Master!" Hairball chased after him as if she had done something wrong. "Damn, so strong." Lin Fei was also stunned. That slap just now had a hint of a ruler's aura. Did Hairball become a ruler? Lin Fei looked at Hairball as if he was looking at a rank 1 demon. "Master, are you okay?" Hairball appeared beside Lin Fei with her head lowered. "I'm fine." Lin Fei's blood churned from the impact. "Try attacking me again." Hairball was reluctant at first, but Lin Fei ordered her to continue attacking. This time, Lin Fei unfurled his demon wings and barely dodged Hairball's attacks. Stop! Lin Fei retracted his demon wings. He could not help but gasp as he looked at Hairball. She's improved a lot. Although she's not a true ruler, her body is as tough as a Tier 1 demon's. Her attacks also contain a ruler's aura. She's barely a ruler now. This news was too exciting for Furball. Hairball, your primordial evil dragon race is truly a terrifying race. You're almost a ruler now. Lin Fei laughed. I'm almost no match for you. Lin Fei had never imagined that Hairball, whom he had picked up in the past, would eventually become a ruler. Moreover, she would be a ruler with first-rate speed and attack power. Master is the strongest. If it wasn't for Master, I would never have reached the mature stage in my life. I might have even died halfway. Hairball flattered. Now that I've reached maturity, I have legacy memories in my mind. So long as I cultivate those cultivation techniques, I should be even stronger than I am now. Crap. This is too heaven-defying. This speed was enough to take someone's life. Chapter 1452. With Hairball's advancement, Lin Fei finally had a true expert by his side. If any major power had a ruler overseeing it, no one would dare to underestimate its influence. No matter how strong an immortal sovereign was, they wouldn't stand a chance against a ruler. The great metropolis heaven now had an expert on par with a ruler. Lin Fei was overjoyed. He didn't expect the fiend blood to be so effective. Unfortunately, the 12 generals couldn't use it for now. If possible, Lin Fei didn't mind entering the fiend dimension to search for fiend blood and nurture enough rulers. 12 sovereigns. That's pretty freaking awesome. But now Hairball was enough. He could show off with her by his side. In order to allow Hairball to unleash the power of a ruler and learn an inherited secret art, Lin Fei took out a large number of experience pills and let Hairball choose an offensive secret art that was most suitable for her. Even though Hairball's casual attack was powerful, Lin Fei wasn't satisfied. Every day, he killed immortal beasts and dropped experience stones. Lin Fei had a large number of top-grade points left. It was best for Hairball to cultivate now. A ruler needed to unleash the power of a ruler. Lin Fei didn't want to expose Hairball's ruler strength. Lin Fei was prepared to treat Hairball as the mysterious, great metropolis heaven god. There was a huge difference between knowing and not knowing. After Hairball's advancement, Lin Fei grew calmer. Every day, he would cultivate and level up. Apart from that, he would cultivate secret techniques and divine abilities. For example, the splitting claw strike from a rank 1 demon was most suitable for immortals with powerful bodies. When Lin Fei had nothing to do, he would use time acceleration to cultivate it. This claw art was very suitable for Lin Fei. After 3,000 years, Lin Fei managed to cultivate this claw technique to the immortal reverent level. With a large number of experience stones, it wasn't difficult to cultivate to the immortal sovereign level. Moreover, Lin Fei's cultivation was also increasing, saving him a lot of time. Once he mastered this claw art, Lin Fei's strength increased again. Whoosh! Lin Fei made a grabbing motion with his bare hands. A black shadow flashed by, and a roaring immortal beast in the distance was grabbed to death by Lin Fei. What domineering power! It was an immortal emperor-level immortal beast. This swipe was even stronger than the great sword Qi secret art. Lin Fei was very satisfied. Under the starry sky, the 3 crimson shadows controlled a huge star as they tore through the air. Wherever they passed, anything that blocked their way would vanish into thin air after being hit by the star. On the star, there were 3 black-armored giants sitting cross-legged. Each of them was 100 zhang tall, like a small mountain, and they sat there without moving. We've been trapped for so many years. The people outside are too weak. Kacha! One of the giants grabbed a roasted immortal beast and ate it in big mouthfuls. A murderous glint flashed in his eyes, and his body exuded a bloody aura of slaughter. Hee, all the experts died in that war. What kind of experts are there? They're just farts to us. We can kill them all with a flick of our fingers. The three ate the roasted meat in big mouthfuls. I heard that Tion of the great metropolis world is quite capable. He even captured immortal sovereign sky ocean. The giant sitting in the middle had a ferocious glint in his eyes. He bit down and ate a large piece of roasted meat. Immortal sovereign sky ocean is just trash. When we kill our way to the great metropolis world, we'll uproot the great metropolis world and take everyone into our grotto heaven world. Ha ha ha. The three laughed arrogantly. Big brother, look. It looks like those guys from the immortal court. One of the giants stood up. It was immortal sovereign blood sea, the youngest of the three brothers. Billions of miles away, a few auras, no weaker than them, were advancing with large strides. They were using the great teleportation secret art. They really are from the immortal court. I know a few of them. Another giant stood up. His forehead flashed with blood. This was their big brother, blood-crazed immortal sovereign. He squinted his eyes. It seems like they are heading to the great metropolis world. They are heading in the same direction as us. Big brother, should we teach them a lesson? I heard that the people from the immortal court are very rich. If we kill them, we can get rich. The second brother, blood-crazed immortal sovereign, revealed his killing intent. The people from the immortal court aren't good people either. Since we have encountered them, we have to teach them a lesson. Blood-crazed immortal sovereign's eyes flashed with fierceness. We have arrived. A huge star flew over and stopped outside the great metropolis world. The three blood brothers stood on the star. Big brother, those people from the immortal court are following us. Blood Sea immortal sovereign looked back. I didn't expect them to have such a powerful immortal sovereign treasure. We wasted our efforts. Blood, crazed immortal sovereign, didn't even look at them. Once we enter the great metropolis world, we will head straight for Invincible Palace. We won't give them any chance. The three blood brothers did make a move. The only thing they didn't expect was that the immortal court's immortal sovereign would have powerful immortal sovereign treasure. The three of them used the star to attack, but still couldn't take them down. Let's go in. The three kept the star and broke through the world barrier, charging in. Just as they disappeared, for immortal sovereigns arrived with killing intent on their faces. We are still a step too late. These four were immortal sovereigns from the immortal court. Especially the leader. He gave off a righteous aura that was vast and mighty. It wasn't something the three blood brothers could compare to. Although the three blood brothers are strong, it won't be easy for them to deal with Tion. Let's go in immediately. We can't let them snatch all the benefits. Otherwise, we won't be able to report back. The immortal court's immortal sovereigns were furious at the three blood brothers. Only the immortal sovereigns of the forsaken land of immortals would be so despicable and shameless to sneak attack them. Luckily, they didn't get any benefits. Even so, the immortal court's experts were filled with resentment. Let's go in too. The three blood brothers entered the great metropolis world. Their powerful divine senses immediately locked onto the sky above Invincible Palace. Through the information they gathered, Tion had always been in the great metropolis world. They just had to go straight to their lair and start a massacre to force Tion to show himself. Once they locked onto the sky, the three's figures flashed and appeared above Invincible Palace. The blood-red immortal sovereign laughed. Blood, sea, torrential sky. His entire body turned into a blood-colored giant wave that covered the sky. He created a huge wave that was tens of thousands of feet tall and swept towards Invincible Palace. If he was swept up, not many people in Invincible Palace would be able to survive. Tion, come out quickly. Otherwise, we will destroy your entire great metropolis world. There weren't many people in Invincible Palace now. The moment the three blood brothers appeared, more than 10 immortal sovereigns' auras soared into the sky and locked onto them. Demon sealing immortal sovereign and the rest had attacked. I knew you guys would attack. Chapter 1453. The three blood brothers unleashed their unparalleled strength right from the start. It's the blood brothers, they're out. Demon Sealing Immortal Monarch and the other immortal monarchs had been in the forsaken immortal land for a long time. They naturally knew that there were many immortal monarchs suppressed in the depths of the forsaken immortal land. Each of them was very powerful. If they weren't suppressed and their strength was greatly reduced, they would have caused quite a commotion in the forsaken immortal land. Fortunately, they weren't simply exiled, they were suppressed. Normally, they wouldn't dare to enter the depths. Those guys were the ones who would go on a killing spree. They had heard of the Blood Brothers. They were most famous for controlling an immortal monarch treasure made from a star. The three of them worked together. Their power was increased by 30%. Bloody Battle Immortal Monarch suppressed the attack with the star. Demon Sealing Immortal Monarch, you still have the face to attack. I'll kill all of you today. Bloody Battle Immortal Monarch laughed and controlled the star to crush them. Let's see who can save you. Blood Frenzy Immortal Monarch, Tion is someone our immortal court wants to take away. Have you asked for our permission before taking him away? A furious roar came from the horizon. A red sun rose up dazzlingly. With just you guys? Only Blood Frenzy Immortal Monarch didn't attack. He raised his brows and punched over 100 times. Fist, rays, crisscrossed and landed on the red sun. I heard that Blood Frenzy Immortal Monarch was suppressed by our immortal court back then. Today, I'll suppress you again and let you know that without our immortal court, you'd still be exiled. The red sun faded and a red-robed immortal monarch appeared. His body was covered in flames, especially his eyes which shot out flames, burning the surrounding void. Tion, Fire Godfinger. Red Wheel Immortal Monarch's 10 fingers were like the sun, burning the void. He ordered the remaining 3 immortal monarchs to attack the 2 blood brothers and suppress them. Master, they're fighting. Hairball shouted in the realm, Lord Stone Tower, let me go out and eat them. Furball, whose combat strength was comparable to a ruler's, was as delicious as ever. When he saw the immortal paragons fighting outside, he wanted nothing more than to devour them all. It would be best if he could devour them cleanly so that he wouldn't have to waste time outside. The immortal fruit wine was placed in front of Lin Fei, and he drank it unhurriedly. The immortal court and the forsaken land of immortals aren't that peaceful either. The 3 blood brothers aren't weak at all, especially that star treasure. It's really a good thing to increase one's combat power. Hairball, when you attack later, don't break them. They are valuable things. As for those immortal venerables, you can eat them if you want. Anyway, they're here to give us things. This time, be it the immortal court or the forsaken land of immortals, the immortal venerables arranged by them were stronger than the last time. For example, the 3 blood brothers were able to fight venerable demon sealers group to a draw, although they were relying on Xing Chen's immortal venerable treasures. One had to admit that their strength was tyrannical. If they joined forces, they were almost comparable to a high-level immortal venerable. As for the immortal court side, the red-robed immortal reverend was the strongest. He was locked in a stalemate with blood, crazed immortal reverend. The outcome of the battle would not be decided in a short period of time. It's not good to keep fighting like this. I can't let my great metropolis heaven be destroyed. Lin Fei didn't plan to attack. Hairball, you can attack now. Lin Fei said to Hairball, these fellows dare to find trouble with Master. I'm going to eat them all. Hairball had entered the mature stage. She was closer to Lin Fei. Watch me devour the heavens and earth. This was Hairball's sacred art in the past. But now that she used it, the entire great metropolis heaven instantly turned dark. It was an endless darkness. The silent atmosphere made one's heart palpitate. The battle outside suddenly stopped. This darkness seemed to last for 10,000 years, but it also seemed like an instant. When light appeared again, the surroundings of Invincible Palace returned to peace. Everyone was gone. Not a single one was left. The battle just now ended as if it had never happened. Damn, you sucked them all in? Lin Fei, who was drinking wine, nearly dropped his cup. This sacred art was too domineering. There were 20 immortal supremacies. Furball patted his stomach. That's right. They're all in my stomach now. My inherited memories tell me that our ancestors were the strongest, able to eat an entire world in a single bite. The current me can't even chew through a world, so swallowing them in a single bite won't be a problem at all. Lin Fei had seen hairball's sacred art many times, but the formation this time around was just 2F** king awesome. With a single gulp, all the immortal paragons were swallowed up in one go. Lin Fei knew that he did not have the strength to do so. The primordial evil dragon was a demon. Master, they are in my stomach now. Do you want to take a look? There was another world inside Hairball. Lin Fei naturally wanted to go in. She was a guest after all. It would be a bit inappropriate if the master didn't show up. Of course. Why? They have good stuff on them. Lin Fei smiled. Oh right, you swallowed them. The news shouldn't spread, right? Hairball said proudly, Master, don't worry. My grotto heaven is different from others. As long as they are in my stomach, no news will spread. Master, come in. Hairball opened her mouth. A black whirlpool appeared, revealing a black passage. Lin Fei dived in and appeared in a grotto heaven world that looked like a star. At this moment, be it the 3 blood brothers or Red Wheel immortal supremacy, and the rest, they were all at a loss. There was a trace of fear in their eyes. Just now the world was dark. An irresistible force shrouded them. When they reacted and appeared in such a place, their divine sense was suppressed. This was a power that surpassed them. For a moment, they suspected that it was a ruler. But did great Metropolis Heaven have a ruler? They didn't believe that a ruler was so easy to break through. It was even more impossible for a ruler to appear in a middle-level world. Then what was going on? Boom, boom, boom. The 3 blood brothers had already gathered together. They attacked with stars, but were reflected every time. Damn it, what is this place? What is your great Metropolis Heaven plotting? The 3 blood brothers stared at Demon Sealing Immortal Supremacy's group. They appeared in this place inexplicably. Their first suspicion was that they were the culprit. They were horrified. They landed in this place without resistance. Other than a ruler, who else could do it? But was it possible for a ruler? They kept asking themselves if it was Tion who did it. Demon Sealing Immortal Supremacy's group was also confused. They subconsciously thought that it was their master's doing. Only the great and omnipotent master would do such a thing. Red Wheel Immortal Supremacy called the 3 Immortal Supremacies to his side. This place has a dangerous aura. You 3 need to be careful. Don't act rashly. Red Wheel Immortal Supremacy had seen the world before, but he only knew that this was a grotto heaven world. Divine senses couldn't explore it as it was suppressed. Everyone, this place is not bad, right? Suddenly, a clear voice echoed in the grotto heaven world. Lin Fei swaggered out. You are Tion. You are the one behind this. Blood, see Immortal Supremacy, immediately recognized him. The 3 blood brothers were telepathically connected. They knew what to do with just one action and one look. The gigantic celestial treasures of the celestial reverends radiated a terrifying aura. The 3 of them actually joined forces at this moment, causing a terrifying might to erupt forth, locking on to Tion. Even Red Wheel Immortal Supremacy was a step slower. You still have the qualifications to be arrogant in my place. Lin Fei shouted and snapped his fingers at the grotto heaven world. Whoosh, a terrifying aura pressed down on them. Damn it, we can't move. What kind of power is this? The 3 blood brothers were immobilized in the air. The star attack's power was also dispersed. This power far surpassed these immortal venerables' imagination. Except for Demon Sealing Immortal Supremacy, the others were suppressed by the grotto heaven world's power. Master, these guys are really daring. They still dare to be arrogant in my territory. I can suppress them with just a thought. Master can deal with them as you wish." Hairball's voice resounded in Lin Fei's ears. Hairball is really good at handling matters. Even if today's matter spreads out, no one will know what happened. As for suspicion, no one will suspect Hairball. Lin Fei thought, capturing 7 immortal venerables at once, and some of them have quite a strong background. They can only blame their bad luck. Demon sealing immortal supremacy, and the rest immediately flew over when they saw their master. Master, after the previous incident, demon sealing immortal supremacy and the rest's strength had increased again. They could fight against blood battle immortal supremacy without losing. Go and strip them of all their belongings. Lin Fei waved his hand. A throne appeared, and he sat on it. Di Tian, you dare. We are people from immortal sections. Blood frenzy immortal supremacy roared. Although they were suppressed, they could still speak. How could they bear to hear that they were going to be robbed? All of their possessions were here. Lin Fei did not mind. Hee, so what if you are from immortal sex? This is my territory. You can come and go as you please. Do you think I am easy to bully? The 3 blood brothers were ancient, immortal venerables, but they had truly suffered a setback this time. They still did not know the reason. They watched as demons sealing immortal supremacy, and the rest charged over and took everything from them. Besides their armor, Xing Chen's immortal venerable treasure was pushed over. Seeing demons sealing immortal supremacy coming towards Red Wheel immortal supremacy, their expressions changed. Di Tian, by suppressing us, you are going against our immortal court. When our people arrive, your great metropolis heaven will not be able to protect you. Even you will be suppressed. Red Wheel immortal supremacy's heart turned cold. They came to this place inexplicably, and their immortal venerables were suppressed. No matter how stupid they were, they knew that this was Di Tian's doing. Chapter 1454. Threat? I'm not afraid of you. Lin Fei didn't care at all. Demon sealing immortal venerable, and the other lackeys became even more excited. They liked this job now. Their eyes shone brightly as they stared at them. Master was simply too amazing. Di Tian, you dare! Di Tian, quickly let us go. You're courting death. Immortal courts, immortal venerable, shouted furiously. In just a short while, all the things on his body were stripped clean, except for an immortal armor that was left behind to cover his body. Continue cursing. Lin Fei stood up. You won't have a chance anyway. Lin Fei placed the storage ring in front of him. All of them were broken. This star-time immortal venerable treasure is yours to use. As for the immortal venerable treasure, Lin Fei threw it to demon sealing immortal venerable and the rest. With this, their battle strength would rise again. Thank you, Master. Demon sealing immortal venerable and the rest were excited. Master was too generous. This level of immortal venerable treasure was given to them. This was unimaginable in the past. Who didn't know how precious this thing was? The 3 blood brothers roared. Their eyes were almost spewing fire as they watched helplessly as the treasure fell into someone else's hands. Lin Fei was never polite to his people. You guys can slowly enjoy these good days. Lin Fei transmitted to Hairball. Demon sealing immortal venerable, and the rest appeared in the realm Lord Stone Tower in the blink of an eye. Lin Fei didn't care about how Hairball would deal with them next. After coming in, they didn't need to leave. All right, you better keep your mouths shut about what happened today. Before sending them away, Lin Fei told them to bury the matter in their hearts. Of course, if Lin Fei didn't say anything, they wouldn't spread it. The more mysterious and powerful their master was, the better their lives were. Compared to the time in the forsaken land of immortals, their lives were much better. For example, their current strength and equipment were things they had never imagined. The immortal court and the forsaken land of immortals had sent out immortal reverence to the great metropolis heavens. Great metropolis heaven had more than 10 immortal venerables guarding it. Its power was not bad. Iron Blood Alliance's Devil Breaker leader had suffered a huge loss and was now unwilling to come out of his lair. It was said that great metropolis worlds Dtion had attained the immortal paragons of the forsaken land of immortals, not giving the immortal court any face. Everyone was watching a good show. In their eyes, Dtion was a brute who only knew how to fight and kill. Veteran immortal venerables, like the Blood Brothers, swaggered through the streets. There was no one who didn't know about them. Everyone's expressions changed when they heard about them. But these immortal supremacies disappeared the moment they entered the great metropolis heaven. When the news came out, all the worlds in the universe cried out in alarm. This was inconceivable. It was said that after the world fell into darkness, all the experts of the immortal court and the forsaken land of immortals disappeared. No one knew who did it. All the major forces in the universe were completely moved. Could it be that the great metropolis heaven was hiding some peerless powerhouse? Once this guess came out, everyone felt uneasy. Could it be that there was another major force in the universe? As a neighbor, the Devil Breaker leader was so scared that he peed his pants. They were already so strong before, and now there was another peerless powerhouse guarding them. How could he live like this? No one liked to live in fear with a tiger sleeping next to them. When the immortal court and the forsaken land of immortals heard this news, they were in an uproar. They couldn't accept this result. The sects of the forsaken land of immortals had just been established. Their foundations were far inferior to the immortal court. In the end, they suffered a huge loss in the great metropolis heaven. This time, no one could remain calm. The great metropolis heaven, which originally had some major forces, leaped onto the stage. Whether that peerless expert was just passing by or from the great metropolis heaven became a matter worth considering. Whether or not they should continue to act, the two factions were divided into two factions, and the two factions were in a heated argument. Originally, everyone thought that the immortal court and the large sects had sent experts to attack the great metropolis heaven. In the end, they only sent out words of condemnation to Dtion and Union. This result shocked everyone. Only a few people who stood at the top knew that they were afraid of the person who had attacked. Before understanding the situation, they definitely wouldn't attack again. Facing the condemnation of the immortal court and the large sects, Dtion of the great metropolis heaven said that he didn't know anything. If they couldn't force a confession out of torture, they might have offended someone. They were playing dumb. Just like that, everyone started arguing. The immortal court and the large sects are really shameless. Lin Fei knew that they didn't have the guts to attack. After all, immortal supremes were treasures. One less meant one less power. This was especially true for the large sections. They had lost the three blood brothers and a sky ocean immortal sovereign. They were about to cough up blood. Hearing the reports, Lin Fei thought of the squabbles between countries back on Earth. They were afraid of each other, but now they were afraid of the immortal court and the large sections. Lin Fei's trump cards were all in the dark. Before understanding the situation, they definitely wouldn't send experts to attack. Report, someone from the large sects came, saying that they want to ransom someone. An immortal king guard came in from outside. If you feel the pain, then come to ransom someone. Hee. Lin Fei ordered the guard to bring the person in. Large sects Earth Emperor immortal sovereign greets, realm Lord Dtion. Earth Emperor immortal sovereign walked in alone. His cold aura seemed to wander in the darkness. Looking at the young man on the throne, Earth Emperor immortal sovereign had to suppress his pride. The three blood brothers had fallen here, and no one knew whether they were dead or alive. So sensible. Lin Fei thought that the people from the large sects would make a big fuss. Now, it seemed like they knew how to control their temper. Originally, Lin Fei was prepared to detain them. Earth Emperor immortal sovereign, you are quite bold. You dare to come in alone. Aren't you afraid that I will capture you? Lin Fei slapped the throne, and said with a sharp gaze, Earth Emperor Immortal Sovereign was an immortal sovereign, so no one dared to slap the table. In order to ransom Sky Sea Immortal Sovereign, he could only endure. I am just a representative of an emissary. If Realm Lord Detion captures me, it will only make the people outside look down on us. Earth Emperor Immortal Sovereign said, If Realm Lord Detion really wants to capture me, then I will accept it. Large sects are large sections. Why would I capture you? It was just a joke. Lin Fei said, I heard that you want to ransom someone. Sky Sea Immortal Sovereign has been in your place for some time. We want to bring him back. I hope you can allow it. Earth Emperor Immortal Sovereign cupped his hands. This is a small matter. You can ask Sky Sea Immortal Sovereign. Lin Fei smiled. Why are you asking me? Earth Emperor Immortal Sovereign thought, shameless guy. If you didn't detain Sky Sea Immortal Sovereign, why would I come here personally? It's not easy to be an emissary. Chapter 1455. The Earth Emperor Immortal Venerable was very confident in this trip. A little bumpkin from the lower realm, no matter how amazing he was still a bumpkin. If it wasn't for the disagreement within the large sects, they wouldn't have arranged for him to redeem Tian High Immortal Venerable. A Tian High Immortal Venerable who cultivated a Dominator-level cultivation technique had a high status in the large sections. Even 10 Immortal Venerables couldn't compare to him. Let's see if you agree. The Earth Emperor Immortal Venerable thought. The rise of the great metropolis, heaven, hadn't been long. Before this, the number of Immortal Venerables was few and far between. If it wasn't for the large sects pulling a batch away, how could they have become famous in the great metropolis heaven? Even so, the foundation of the great metropolis heaven was still very weak. They definitely didn't have any Immortal Venerable treasures, and cultivation techniques were also a problem. The powerful cultivation techniques were all in the hands of the large sections. An Immortal Venerable level cultivation technique could create a large number of immortal powerhouses. There was a huge difference in the quality of a cultivation technique. A person who cultivated an Immortal Emperor level cultivation technique was far from being a match for an Immortal Venerable powerhouse. This time, in order to bring them back, the large sects took out 5 low-level Immortal Venerable treasures and the 30th Immortal Venerable cultivation technique. If these things were placed in the outside world, any force that obtained them would become a powerhouse in their lifetime. Even if they couldn't reach the Immortal Venerable realm, they wouldn't be too far away. Their own force would also become a large force, lasting for hundreds of chaos years. Just these rubbish things? Lin Fei thought that they would take out some good things. Now that he heard it, they were all useless things. Do you really think I'm a bumpkin? Ignorant. Lin Fei had quite a few Immortal Venerable cultivation techniques and several Immortal Venerable treasures, but these things were useless to him now. Realm Lord Detion, you should know the value of these things. They can't be bought with money in the universe. The Earth Emperor Immortal Venerable said coldly. Immortal Venerable level cultivation techniques were rarely auctioned because they were too expensive. Men, send the guest off. Wanting to redeem people with just these things. What a joke. Since he had come to redeem them, if he did not take a bite out of them, Lin Fei would not agree to let them go. Not detaining them was already giving them face. The smugness in the eyes of the earthly Emperor Immortal Venerate, who had a good plan, vanished without a trace. He was completely frightened by these words. Realm Lord Detion, this matter can be discussed. Earthly Emperor Immortal Venerable didn't expect Realm Lord Detion to have such a bad temper. The moment they disagreed, they wanted to send him away. Before coming here, he had promised those people that he would bring the Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerate back. Lin Fei sneered. Your great sects really have a good plan. Do you really think I'm a bumpkin? You want to scheme against me, Lin Fei? The Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerate is a mid-level Immortal Venerate and has cultivated a sovereign-level cultivation technique. Hee hee, I don't think I need to say more about a sovereign-level cultivation technique. Its value is not a problem in another world. Moreover, the heavenly sea Immortal Venerate has already started cultivating it. Do you think I will agree to these things? When the earthly Emperor Immortal Venerate came, he did not take Di Tian seriously. He thought that if he mentioned benefits, Di Tian would not agree. He didn't expect Di Tian to fall out with him on the spot. Then I wonder what realm Lord Di Tian can do to let them go. Lin Fei already had a plan. This is simple. I need at least 100 low-level Immortal Venerate treasures. If there aren't 100, 50 is fine. I need at least 20 mid-level Immortal Venerate treasures. As for Immortal Venerate level cultivation techniques, I need at least 100. After all, the Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerate is not an ordinary Immortal Venerate. Impossible. The earthly Emperor Immortal Venerate almost coughed out a mouthful of blood. This realm Lord Di Tian's appetite was simply too big. Wasn't he afraid of bursting? Over 100 low-level Immortal Venerate treasures? To think that you can even mention mid-level Immortal Venerate treasures. In any case, this is my intention. You can go back and tell them yourself. If they are not satisfied, I will not let them go. Also, I have good food and drinks here. I believe the Heavenly Sea Immortal Venerate will be very willing to stay here. Willing my ass. As the sound of Lin Fei's voice faded, 2 guards immediately came up and asked the earthly Emperor Immortal Venerate to leave. If it was during normal times, the earthly Emperor Immortal Venerate would have already slapped this fellow to death. But now was not the time. I will help you pass on Realm Lord Di Tian's request. As for whether they will agree or not, that's hard to say. The earthly Emperor Immortal Venerate threw down a sentence and turned to leave. I believe you guys will definitely agree. Lin Fei turned and entered the Realm Lord's stone pagoda. First, he went to visit Bao Mia and the others. Right now, all of them were in a deep level of seclusion. Their bodies were emitting powerful auras, and they were about to break through to a new realm. Soon. Lin Fei's gaze landed on one of the levels of the training ground. His 4 wives and daughters were currently killing immortal beasts to temper themselves. Their strength had risen very quickly and had already reached the Immortal Emperor realm. Lin Fei originally wanted them to slow down their cultivation, but he couldn't withstand their words. Hubby, you are already so strong. We also want to be your helpers. Lin Fei retreated in defeat. In Lin Fei's heart, protecting women was something that a man should do. Arriving at the highest level of the Realm Lord's stone pagoda, Hairball was also here. This fellow rarely went out now. After capturing an Immortal Venerable and eating one, the remaining Immortal Venerates actually surrendered. Did you not eat? Quickly roast some meat for me. A red-robed Immortal Venerable was sent flying by a claw. He didn't dare to show any anger on his face. He immediately ran back and obediently roasted some meat. Good, you are good. Where is my drink? It will be here soon. Immediately, an Immortal Venerable brought over a huge flask of Immortal Brew. Seeing this scene, Lin Fei realized that Hairball was the happiest person. When Lin Fei first saw them, he had also been shocked. Furball had not eaten all of them, but had instead kept them by his side. Only after asking did he find out. Later on, he found out that these fellows were all controlled by Hairball, a type of control technique from the primordial evil dragon's inheritance, was specially used to serve their race. The service of 7 Immortal Venerates. This kind of supreme enjoyment was something that not many people could enjoy. At this moment, Hairball squinted her eyes and enjoyed the service of the lackeys. Master, you are here. Seeing Lin Fei appear, Hairball pushed away the people beside her and ran over. Today, I asked them to capture a dragon. Let's eat dragon meat together. Lin Fei took a look. There was indeed dragon meat on it. Its blood energy was dense. It was definitely an Immortal Emperor Dragon Race expert. You really know how to enjoy yourself. Lin Fei didn't stand on ceremony and sat down to enjoy the dragon meat. Only Lin Fei and Hairball could withstand the dense blood energy. Ordinary immortals would explode if they ate it. Lin Fei hadn't eaten dragon meat for a long time. The meat is a bit old. I still need to learn. Lin Fei ate a few dozen kilograms of dragon meat and didn't eat anymore. He wasn't satisfied with the roasted dragon meat. Did you hear that? My master said that you have to learn well. Otherwise, I will eat you directly. Hairball scolded, scaring those people into trembling. Other than roasting and cooking delicacies, the 6 immortal venerates had become Hairball's special sandbags. What they were most afraid of now was being eaten. Lin Fei couldn't be bothered with Hairball. These fellows had the guts to come, so they should accept this punishment. It was their luck to be able to become Hairball's servants. He took out the devil key from last time and prepared to enter the devil space. Lin Fei was already prepared. In any game, there would always be a lot of good things in the instance dungeon. Lin Fei had to go take a look no matter what. At most, he would just make a wasted trip. Ding! Do you want to open the instance dungeon space? Open. The instance dungeon key in Lin Fei's hand turned into a black light and disappeared. Ding! The instance dungeon space is opening. Countdown is 10 seconds. Players, prepare for me. 10, 9, 8, 2, 1 instance dungeon space opening. Lin Fei instantly disappeared, leaving behind the 6 immortal venerates, servants, with a shocked face. They didn't feel any spatial fluctuations. They couldn't do this themselves. They didn't even catch it with their divine sense. Hairball scolded. What are you standing there for? Go and roast the meat. You know my master's ability. Fortunately, my master didn't kill you. Only Hairball knew that if it wasn't for her master, she wouldn't have entered the mature stage and possessed such tyrannical strength. Woo 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 ding. The instance dungeon demon abyss is open. Ding. Players can stay in the instance dungeon for 24 hours. As soon as Lin Fei appeared, he appeared in a space filled with all kinds of negative emotions. Anger, resentment, vengeance, and other emotions were swimming everywhere. These emotions rushed toward him as soon as he saw someone. Bang, 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 Lin Fei's heart skipped a beat. The negative emotions hit his body and turned into fragments. So this is the abyss of demons. There are so many negative emotions. You actually want to take over my body. Why don't you see that my body is also something you can take over? Lin Fei stood on a swamp. There were bubbles everywhere and a rotten smell. Lin Fei was not used to it. Ding. Instance dungeon task released. Ding. Within 24 hours, collect enough demon's heart and you can exchange it for immortal venerate treasures and other treasures. This time the task was not mandatory. It was up to you whether you wanted to complete it or not. Sure enough, this is a good instance dungeon. Immortal venerate treasures, this was a good thing. Lin Fei immediately moved. The demon's wings spread, and he left the swamp. Swoosh! When they passed by a black forest, a towering tree shook its body and shot out a sky full of vines. There were at least 1,000 of them. Burn! Flames rushed out and landed on the towering tree. Screams could be heard. Ding! Killed demonic tree. Obtained 50 million experience points. Ding! Discovered tree seed. After killing a tree, the system immediately gave him a notification. Demonic tree, it really does look like it. Just now, after the fire, Lin Fei clearly saw the demonic tree's appearance. Tree seed. I wonder if I can plant it. Just now, the demonic tree's combat strength was at the Immortal Emperor level, and its defense was very strong. Lin Fei used the divine fire to deal with it easily. Chapter 1456. Hua hua hua, hua hua hua. In a dark mountain range, a raging fire was burning. In the fire, the demonic treants were trembling and screaming. Green smoke rose from their bodies and turned into ashes. Ding! Killed demonic treant. Obtained 30 million experience points. Ding! Killed demonic treant. Obtained 30 million experience points. Ding discovered Trent's heart. Ding discovered Trent's heart. The fire in the mountain range was extremely powerful. Along the way, the hidden demonic trance suffered and dropped Trent's hearts. Someone was extremely busy. After burning the flames, Lin Fei collected the Trent's hearts. In less than 2 hours, Lin Fei had collected over 3,000 Trent's hearts. Using divine fire to burn the demonic trance is really fast. More than 3,000 Trent's hearts were enough to fortify Holy Heaven Institute and Invincible Palace. Lin Fei wasn't afraid of more. With the help of divine fire, he burned for another 2 hours. This time his harvest was even bigger. He had obtained more than 5,000 Treant hearts. The demonic Treants weren't weak. Coupled with their strong defense, they were as weak as firewood in front of Lin Fei's divine fire. Once the fire was ignited, they would be burned to death within a few breaths. About 9,000 Trent's hearts. That's about it. Lin Fei kept his divine fire and stopped attacking the demonic Treants. Spreading his demonic wings, Lin Fei flew forward. Not long later, after passing through the mountain range, the front suddenly became spacious. A tribe appeared in front of Lin Fei. In the sky above the tribe, demons with wings flew in and out. They were huge, about 6 to 7 zhang tall. Around the tribe, there were piles of white bones surrounding the entire tribe. Finally found demons. Lin Fei used his divine sense to check. This small tribe had more than 300 demons, and all of them were adults. Every demon was in the Immortal Emperor realm. The weakest was at the first step Immortal Emperor realm. There were also about 10 peak Immortal Emperors. Outsiders are here. Kill. The demons in the sky soon discovered Lin Fei. A black shadow charged towards Lin Fei, its ferocious aura blotting out the sky. Lin Fei was completely unaffected by this aura. Kill. Lin Fei turned into an afterimage and appeared in front of a first-step Immortal Emperor demon. He smashed the demon's head with one punch, and the system's notification sounded. These demons had strong defenses, but in front of Lin Fei, he could kill them with a single punch. Their defenses were a joke. Claw Rend. An afterimage swept across the area. In an instant, hundreds of demons were killed by this attack. Fortunately, Lin Fei had turned off the experience notification. Otherwise, he could still have some peace and quiet. This was also the first time Lin Fei had used it, and it was very powerful. In less than an incense's time, Lin Fei had wiped out the entire tribe. The few fourth-step Immortal Emperor demons were also killed by Lin Fei with a single punch. Things from Demonic Rage are still the best. Over 300 demons had dropped over 100 demonic hearts. Other than that, many cultivation technique fragments had dropped. They were all Immortal King and Immortal Emperor grade. Lin Fei didn't want to waste them, so he kept them all. In the base of the demon tribe, Lin Fei found a map. It was a map of the interior of the dungeon space. So there's a Devil Abyss city in this dungeon space. It's billions of miles away from here. A distance of billions of miles wasn't far at all. I can come to the dungeon space once. Who knows if I will come to this place the next time? I might as well kill my way to the Devil Abyss city. Why did he think so? There wouldn't be anything good even if he killed his way through the tribes. However, the Devil Abyss city was different. A big city would have at least 1 million demons. Only by killing them and obtaining demonic hearts could he exchange them for immortal, reverent treasures. Moreover, Lin Fei discovered that the demons weren't very strong, and the items they dropped were all mediocre. Lin Fei wasn't worried about meeting experts. In the dungeon space, Lin Fei could leave at any time. Of course, leaving was equivalent to giving up on the dungeon space. This was his greatest trump card, as long as he didn't encounter a powerful demon boss. Lin Fei was confident that he could deal with it. Billions of miles away, a black shadow flashed past and the void trembled. 80 times the speed limit of heavenly Tao was unbelievably fast. A distance of billions of miles was nothing in Lin Fei's eyes. After passing through a mountain range, a plain appeared in front of him. A large black city appeared in front of Lin Fei. Demons flew in and out constantly, and it looked very lively. Now this is more like it. Lin Fei didn't use his divine sense to check. He felt that there were at least 1 million demons here. Some demons came in groups of hundreds. 18 hours left. Time is more than enough. Lin Fei looked at the time. As for leveling up to the ruler realm, he still needed a lot of experience points. He didn't care about it now. Kill. World Storm. Once the 6th level World Storm was used, the Devil Abyss City was completely surrounded. Hua hua hua. When the World Storm blew over, the demons that just came out were shredded into pieces. Demons had strong bodies, but their Tao hearts weren't strong. Under the double attack of various negative emotions, demons died one after another in the World Storm. In the blink of an eye, tens of thousands of demons died. Divine Fire Burn. Lin Fei wasn't too satisfied with a single World Storm. He took out the heaven and earth divine fire, which flew out from his body and turned into a river of flames. The Devil Abyss City was built with special materials. When the heaven and earth divine fire descended, the scorching heat melted the buildings, leaving nothing behind. The huge city instantly melted. Black masses of demons rushed out. When the flames touched their bodies, their tough skin melted. They couldn't even be extinguished, and they were directly burned to death. Satisfying. If not for the World Storm and heaven and earth divine fire, Lin Fei wouldn't have the guts to fight these demons. These demons were extremely strong. There were countless immortal Emperor Realm demons. The entire great metropolis realm added up couldn't compare to the number of immortal Emperor experts here. Who dares to slaughter my people? In the center of the city, a domineering saber intent shattered the World Storm and opened up a vacuum zone. A black-armored demon charged out furiously. "It's you, outsider!" The black-armored demon held a long saber in his hand. He raised his hand and slashed over. The World Storm of the 6th level couldn't block this saber. It shattered everything in its path and pierced through the air. This saber was too ferocious. Shattering claw strike. Lin Fei grabbed with one hand, and a shadow swept out, clashing with this terrifying saber light. Boom! The two were evenly matched. Lin Fei's expression changed slightly. The saber light was shattered, and the remaining saber light hit Lin Fei's body, leaving bloody holes. Chapter 1457. Another rank, one demon. When Lin Fei said these words, he wasn't afraid, but filled with a strong fighting spirit. Just from the wounds left by the shattered sword light, Lin Fei knew that the other party was a rank 1 demon, the same level as the rank 1 demon boss. Upon closer inspection, the tail of the black-armored demon's wings had a trace of gold. Although it wasn't obvious, it was easy to recognize. This was something ordinary demons didn't have. Encountering a rank 1 demon here, Lin Fei knew that he would have a good harvest. Last time, he was forced to return to the outside world by a rank 1 demon. This time, it wouldn't happen again. Lin Fei moved in the next breath. He turned into a sky full of afterimages, constantly moving and attacking the black-armored demon. Bang, bang, bang. Although Lin Fei hadn't become a ruler yet, his combat strength was already very strong. Great Sword Energy secret technique and Splitting Claw landed on the black-armored demon one after another, causing its HP to continuously drop. On the other hand, Lin Fei didn't suffer many injuries. Right now, the entire World Storm was under Lin Fei's control. Every time the black-armored demon attacked, Lin Fei could dodge it without getting injured. However, as time passed, the demons in the city below wouldn't be so lucky. Whether it was the Divine Fire or the World Storm, it was a one-sided massacre against the demons. "Aha! I'll destroy you, outsider!" the black-armored demon's attack speed increased. With each slash, he shattered a world storm, but he couldn't keep up with Lin Fei's pace. More and more wounds appeared on his body. 5 great sword energies were arranged in the surroundings. The black-armored demon let down his guard and was stabbed, losing a large amount of HP. Lin Fei appeared and disappeared like a ghost. Every time he used the splitting claw, a large amount of the rank 1 demon's HP would be taken out. I didn't think that I could deal with a rank 1 demon with the strength of a ruler. Lin Fei could still think of his sorry state last time. This time, he could deal with a rank 1 demon with ease. Devil reincarnation. The black-armored demon's HP dropped quickly. Suddenly, the black-armored demon shot out a cold light, and a berserk aura soared into the sky. A mysterious power filled the black-armored demon's body, and its health bar was restored to full. The saber light flashed again. Damn, do you have to be so shameless? Just as he was about to kill the Tier 1 demon, he recovered his strength in the blink of an eye. So what if I'm full? Do you think I'm afraid of you? There was still a lot of time. Lin Fei was not afraid of not being able to kill this guy, so he continued to attack like last time. This time, it was much slower than the last time. Because the black-armored demon's speed had increased, his combat prowess had also increased by about 20%. Lin Fei's body was also covered in wounds. If not for the demon wings and his tyrannical physical body, he would have suffered quite a bit. It should be the devil reincarnation just now. This guy's strength actually increased by 20%. The devil race has this kind of magical ability. I have to be careful in the future. Lin Fei vomited blood, and the black-armored demon didn't feel good either. The increase in combat power did not injure the Heavenly Beyond Realm expert. Cracks gradually appeared on his body. Ha ha ha. So you have to pay a price for this secret technique. Those cracks were getting bigger and bigger. At this time, the black-armored demon was like a work of art. He might shatter at any time, and his HP bar was also nearing the end. The black-armored demon was about to die. You can't kill us demons. The black-armored demon grinned and made a strange hand gesture again. Not good. This guy is going to devil reincarnation again. Looking at this posture, Lin Fei knew that if he let the black-armored demon reincarnate again, he would be out of luck. In order to deal with this guy, Lin Fei had already consumed a lot of energy. Eternal Moment. A magical ability blasted out and time stopped. Splitting Claw Strike. Lin Fei got close and used his strongest close-range attack, clawing at the black-armored demon's body. Gotcha! With this claw, half of the black-armored demon's body exploded, and the remaining blood on his HP bar was all gone. Bang! Before the black-armored demon died, he also unleashed a terrifying attack. Lin Fei's entire body flew out, and his flesh and blood exploded continuously. He smashed into a mountain range, razing everything within 1,000,000 miles to the ground. Cough, cough, cough at the bottom of the crater. Lin Fei lay with his arms and legs spread out. His chest was completely caved in, and his internal organs were all shattered. A ruler's power was continuously destroying. Damn, I almost got overturned. The ruler's power and the great Tao of true self quickly clashed in his body. This battle lasted for a full 4 hours. Phew! Lin Fei stood up and wiped away the blood at the corner of his mouth. It really wasn't easy. He returned to the demon Abyss City again. At this time, this place was razed to the ground. Under the attack of the 2 powers, this place couldn't be seen anymore. The demons were dead, and only a few managed to escape. Ding! Discovered demon summoning flag. Lin Fei stood in the sky and heard the system notification. He opened the space warehouse and saw a small black flag. In the center of the small flag was embroidered with a huge skull. I killed a rank 1 demon and I got this thing. Lin Fei was a little dumbfounded. No matter what, I should at least get a demon's blood essence. He took out the demon summoning flag. He threw an appraisal technique at it. Demon summoning flag, an immortal venerable treasure carried by ancient demons. It can be used to summon dead demons to fight. As this demon summoning flag is a rank 1 demon, it can only summon a rank 1 demon. Lin Fei was still grumbling about how bad the explosion was. Now that he heard it, he became spirited. It can summon dead rank 1 demons. Didn't I kill one just now? Why don't I give it a try? Lin Fei was very clear about the strength of a rank 1 demon, especially after reincarnating. Its combat power was even more terrifying. He almost fell down. Do you want to summon the demon? Yes. Lin Fei didn't hesitate. The demon summoning flag in his hand moved without any wind, and a strange power spread out. Isn't this a rank 1 demon's fragment? Between heaven and earth, pieces of fragments flew over. The original black-armored demon reformed and appeared in front of Lin Fei. At this moment, the black-armored demon's body was covered with a dense death aura. Undead creature. Lin Fei tried to control it. After sending out a thought, the black-armored demon really did it without any hesitation. Why is it only a high-level celestial venerable? Lin Fei took a look. The current black-armored demon's strength wasn't as strong as before. It was just the same as him. Stupid master, this demon summoning flag can only summon the strongest demon. After summoning, its strength can only be the same as yours. Unless you become a ruler, then it will also become a ruler. So awesome! The little demon rolled its eyes. You don't have to be happy. These demons are already undead demons. Although they are undead and indestructible, even if they're shattered, they can be kept in the demon summoning flag. However, it needs to be replenished with immortal aura. Once the immortal aura in its body is used up, it will have no strength. What a scam! Upon hearing this, Lin Fei felt as if a bucket of cold water had been poured over him. Originally, he thought that it could be used indefinitely. Now, it seemed that it might not be so easy. Where can I get this immortal aura? After hearing the little demon's words, Lin Fei used his divine sense to check. As expected, he discovered a dense amount of immortal aura. This is simple. You just need to give me 100,000 demon hearts, and I can help you collect the death aura here. You can let your demon use it once. The little demon laughed mischievously. Do you need to be so expensive? Hearing 100,000 demon hearts, Lin Fei was also shocked. The little demon sneered. 100,000 demon hearts is already very cheap. Only us demons have this ability to collect immortal aura. Outsiders can't collect it. Lin Fei checked and found that he had received 1,800,000 demon hearts. 100,000 demon hearts in exchange for one use of immortal aura seemed not bad. I agree. The little demon narrowed its eyes. I will help you collect it immediately. Not long after, the little demon came back with a bottle. Seeing this, Lin Fei frowned. This speed is too fast. Did I get cheated? This is a death pill. It is condensed from immortal aura. As long as you inject it into a demon's body, it will be fine. Lin Fei took a look. Sure enough, there was a death pill inside. I want to know what kind of cultivation technique this demon reincarnation technique is. Lin Fei asked. 10,000 demon hearts. The little demon stretched out its small hand. This is a demon's secret. You can't talk about it. Lin Fei looked at it in disdain. Is there a guide like you? Helpless, he paid 10,000 demon hearts. In his heart, he was also curious about what this fellow would use the demon hearts for. Demon reincarnation is one of the 10 great secret techniques of our demon race. The little demon said unhurriedly, every time you reincarnate, you will consume 10,000 years of your lifespan. Your combat strength will increase. At most, you can reincarnate 9 times. However, the price for each reincarnation is very high. Moreover, The more times you reincarnate, the more damage your body will suffer. For example, that rank 1 demon could only reincarnate once. Because his body was not strong enough, the reincarnation was not perfect. 10,000 years of lifespan for one reincarnation. This was good. To any expert, this technique was very terrifying. Increasing one's combat strength by 20 to 30% could often end a battle. Lin Fei rejoiced in his heart. He had just killed the black metal demon. If he reincarnated a second time, he would not even need to attack and would have to run. Those powerful demons that reincarnated 9 times would probably have unimaginable strength. How is it? These 10,000 demon hearts were well spent, right? The little demon squinted its eyes. I'll give you another piece of information. As long as you kill a lot of rank 1 demons, you will have a chance to obtain fragments. At that time, you can also cultivate the demon reincarnation technique. Lin Fei did not consider this for the time being. After the little demon left, Lin Fei looked at the time. He had actually fought with the black-armored demon for a long time. It was almost time. Demon 1, go in. Lin Fei's name was simple. With Invincible 1 and Invincible 2, this would be Demon 1. He directly kept it in the demon summoning flag. After leaving the dungeon space, Lin Fei appeared in the realm Lord Stone Tower. Hairball was not around. He did not know where she brought them to. Chapter 1458. He harvested good things one after another. Lin Fei started thinking about what he could exchange the demon's hearts for. No one was satisfied with the current situation, even if he had harvested good things before. After coming out, Lin Fei opened the system and clicked on the demon's heart exchange mission page. An exchange catalog appeared in front of Lin Fei. The catalog was very comprehensive, such as medicinal pills, immortal armors, weapons, and so on. It was a dazzling lineup. Violent Divine Pill 99. 9 million demons' hearts. Effect: after consumption, the user will unleash a godlike attack that can destroy everything. A must-have item when going out. After opening the catalog, Lin Fei saw a medicinal pill at the top of the list. When he saw the effect, he couldn't help but widen his eyes. This is too awesome. This price was too expensive. He estimated that he would have to destroy over 100 cities to gather this number. Who knew how long that would take? Continue reading. Heavenly God's Sword. 95 million hearts of demons. Effect: a divine sword once used by a deity. Heaven and earth tremble in fear when the sword is unleashed. It contains a divine skill left behind by a deity. One sword to destroy the heavens. It's also a must-have item when going out. Lin Fei sucked in a breath of cold air again. I really want to buy it right now. Whether it was the medicinal pill or the sword of the heavenly god. Lin Fei liked them very much. Continue reading. The catalog continued to show some good things. Many of them were things that Lin Fei had never seen or heard of before. All of them had extraordinary power. The price was very expensive. Lin Fei had over 1 million demon hearts in his possession, so it wasn't much at all. Continue reading. Lin Fei didn't look at the things in front anymore, because he would lose control if he continued reading. Ruler's Battle Armor. 5 million demons' hearts. Effect: a battle armor forged by a demon. Eso barely usable. Lin Fei really didn't know what to say. The ruler's battle armor only cost 5 million demons' hearts. This price was a bit cheap. Lin Fei wasn't particularly interested in battle armor. His current fleshly body was almost as strong as a sovereign's, and once he merged with his divine body, it would be comparable to a sovereign's body. When I have money in the future, I can buy a set for the 12 generals. After reaching this page, the prices of the treasures began to drop. The prices were now around a few million demon hearts. Lin Fei could not afford something that cost millions of demons' hearts. He flipped to the bottom of the list to see if there was anything he needed. There were still a lot of items that were worth hundreds of thousands of devil's hearts. These things were not available in the ultimatum system. For example, the treasures of immortal venerables. When he saw the price, Lin Fei grinned from ear to ear. So cheap. This was Lin Fei's evaluation of the immortal venerables treasure. The most expensive immortal venerable treasures in the myriad worlds were as cheap as cabbages here. The sovereign's battle armor was only worth 5 million fiend devil hearts, so it was easy to imagine how much the rest of the immortal paragons would cost. I don't need to buy immortal venerable treasures for now, Lin Fei thought. I need to buy a few immortal venerable battle armors. Among the immortal venerable treasures, the more expensive ones were battle armors. It was not something that anyone could buy. Lin Fei was going to buy one for his wife and daughter. An immortal, venerable battle armor that cost 100,000 was too cheap. In the myriad worlds, such a battle armor would cost hundreds of billions of true spirits. Most people would exchange it with other items. No one would sell it for hundreds of billions of true spirits. Lin Fei bought 5 immortal venerable battle armors in one go and spent 500,000 demon's hearts. With this immortal venerable battle armor, even if an immortal venerable attacked, it would be able to block the attack. With a strong defense, Lin Fei was happy to rest assured. Lin Fei did not buy the immortal venerable battle saber and other treasures for now. The immortal sects were about to send them over. Lin Fei did not want to waste the demon's hearts. He could buy other things in the future. Golden Phoenix, one for each of you. Lin Fei gave them the immortal venerable battle armors in the training ground and helped them refine the immortal venerable battle armors. Now he was completely relieved. This immortal venerable battle armor was kept in his body. It would only appear when he encountered terrifying danger. He did not need to worry about others discovering it. Hubby, you are so good to us. The 4 women were not ignorant. They were naturally shocked by the origin of this immortal, venerable battle armor. This thing was too precious. Their hearts were filled with sweetness. Who didn't want their man to be strong? Lin Fei was very happy. His daughter even planted a kiss on his face. This lass was even more complacent now that she had the immortal paragon battle armor. Lin Fei still wanted to remind his daughter to cultivate well, and when she broke through to the immortal emperor realm, he would reward her with a treasure. Before she raised her strength, she was not allowed to leave the great metropolis world. Master, the Earth's sovereign immortal venerable, is here. Bring him in. Half a month later, the Earth's sovereign immortal venerable came again. He didn't let Lin Fei wait for too long. When the Earth's sovereign immortal venerable saw Dition again, he was still angry. It was all because of the words he brought back, which caused an uproar in the sect. The voices of crusading against Dition were endless. They already gave Dition a lot of face by not arranging for people to redeem Dition. Yet this guy actually asked for an exorbitant price. You don't know what's good for you. However, they still attached great importance to a middle-stage immortal venerable who cultivated a dominator-level cultivation technique. In the end, after much discussion, they reluctantly agreed, but the number was reduced. Realm Lord Dition, your previous request was too high. We can't agree. Cut the crap. I'm most interested in this. Tell me your bottom line. Lin Fei said indifferently. His words carried an irresistible tone. The Earth's sovereign immortal venerable was also an immortal venerable, and a very powerful one at that. Under this pressure, he also felt a trace of discomfort. The initiative was not in his hands. As Lin Fei kept killing monsters and leveling up, his aura became stronger day by day. The Earth's sovereign immortal venerable naturally felt the pressure. After taking a deep breath, the Earth's sovereign immortal venerable said, Our sect leader said that he will give you 50 low-stage immortal venerable treasures, 2 middle-stage immortal venerable treasures, and 60 immortal venerable cultivation techniques. Low-stage immortal venerable treasures. Lin Fei didn't care about them. 2 middle-stage immortal venerable treasures were not bad. On their side, other than the 2 middle-stage immortal venerable treasures that they plundered previously, They didn't have anything else. It wasn't easy to make the immortal sex spit out such a piece of meat. Most importantly, they had already obtained the Dominator level cultivation technique. With the help of experience points, it wouldn't be a problem to cultivate it to the small success stage. Seeing that Dition didn't speak, the Earth's sovereign immortal venerables' eyes flashed with a trace of anger. Realm Lord Dition, are you still not satisfied? Lin Fei laughed loudly. Satisfied, of course I'm satisfied. However, you're a little stingy. You're only willing to give 2 middle stage immortal venerable treasures. It's a disgrace to your immortal sex reputation. Men, bring the Sky Sea immortal venerable here. The Earth's sovereign immortal venerable was very clear that the sect had an intense argument over these things. In the end, it was the sect leader who agreed to take out these things. However, in the eyes of the Earth sovereign immortal venerable, this Dition was simply too arrogant. Chapter 1459. Sky Sea immortal venerable was suffering recently. The reason was simple. He was imprisoned in the courtyard. An immortal venerable from the immortal court era took action and used all sorts of methods. He couldn't stand the torture and had no choice but to divulge the ruler's cultivation method. When can I leave this damned place? Sky Sea immortal venerable always thought that he could leave after the immortal sex attacked Dition. Who would have thought that there would be no movement? As the days passed, Sky Sea immortal venerable had to get used to it. He felt that his life was dark. He was an immortal venerable. Your luck is good. You can leave soon. What, I can leave? Sky Sea immortal venerable stood up. After Sky Sea immortal venerable saw Earth Emperor immortal venerable in the hall, his eyes were filled with tears. He could finally bid farewell to these bitter days. After seeing the price he paid, Sky Sea immortal venerable lowered his head. He would probably be punished when he returned. Who asked him to lose the face of the immortal sex? Earth Emperor immortal venerable and Sky Sea immortal venerable left great metropolis heaven. They went far away and passed through dozens of worlds before they felt at ease. It was rumored that Dition was a ruthless person. Dao, friend Earth Emperor, after we return, you have to seek justice for me. Sky Sea immortal venerable cried. For example, his treasures, storage ring, etc. were all robbed by Dition. Preposterous. Dition has gone too far by doing this. Earth Emperor immortal venerable was furious. Not only did he rob his storage ring, but he also took everything. This method was too vicious. Sky Sea immortal venerable was filled with resentment. After he returned, he would inevitably be laughed at by others. The immortal sex had lost a lot of face. That Dition isn't a good person. Sky Sea immortal venerable said coldly. Also, they threatened me and took away the ruler grade cultivation method from me. A ruler grade cultivation method was very important. He had to rely on this cultivation method to fight 7 to 8 people. This matter became very important. Sky Sea immortal venerable didn't dare to hide it. Are you stupid? Earth Emperor immortal venerable's expression changed and couldn't help but scold. Fortunately, Dition won't be able to cultivate it for a while. You don't have to worry too much. Sky Sea immortal venerable heaved a sigh of relief. Let's go back first. Dition's good days are coming to an end. Tian Hai immortal sovereign and the others left. Ning Chuan summoned demon sealing immortal venerable and the others and distributed the mid-level immortal venerable treasures to 2 of them, as well as the low-level immortal venerable treasures. These things had to be put to good use. In the eyes of others, it was precious, but Lin Fei didn't care. As for immortal, reverent level cultivation arts, it was even simpler. He directly set up a library in the World Lord Palace. These immortal venerable level techniques were placed inside, and Invincible Number 1 and Invincible Number 2 were arranged to guard the library. With them guarding the place, Lin Fei was at ease. The cultivation techniques that he had fused in the demonic space were also categorized and placed in the library. At the same time, he took out a set of requirements. As long as one completed a certain amount of contribution points, they would be able to enter and copy the cultivation technique. When this news spread, the entire great metropolis heaven cheered. This was especially true for those who were in the immortal emperor realm. The cultivation techniques they cultivated were extremely low grade. The further they went, the more difficult it would be for them to break through. Hearing that there was an immortal reverent level cultivation technique, these immortal emperors were the most excited. Wasn't it just contribution points? They could earn them. Before this, the strongest cultivation technique in the great metropolis heaven was only at the immortal emperor level. There was no higher cultivation technique as it was a level jump. They had never thought of learning an immortal reverent level cultivation technique. Now that an immortal reverent level cultivation technique had appeared, it was good news for them. They had hopes of cultivating to the immortal reverent level in the future. When this library appeared, everyone was tempted. They worshipped Ditian even more. Go! In the sky above the Holy Heaven Academy, Lin Fei scattered the seeds of the demonic trance. When the seeds landed outside the Holy Heaven Academy, they took root on the spirit vein and absorbed nutrients. Towering trees rose from the ground and stood tall near the Holy Heaven Academy. Good fellow, he was born as a first-step immortal emperor. Near the Holy Heaven Academy, Lin Fei scattered over 3,000 seeds. Immediately, over 3,000 demonic trance appeared in the surroundings. Lin Fei easily controlled them. As time passed, the demonic trance would become stronger and stronger. These demonic trance were usually trees, but when enemies came, they would become devils. The attack of over 3,000 first-step immortal emperor demonic trance was enough to make one's heart palpitate. Lin Fei left his imprint on them, forbidding them from harming the students of the Holy Heaven Academy. Now, the Holy Heaven Academy had become a nurturing base. With a large amount of resources, cultivation speed increased rapidly. Holy Heaven Academy planted demonic trance. In the Invincible Palace region, Lin Fei also planted demonic trance. He planted a total of 5,000 demonic trance in the surroundings. Lin Fei had also studied the demonic trance. The defense of the demonic trance was very strong. Even immortal reverent power couldn't kill them all. Their life force was very strong. As long as there were resources, they could be indestructible. After knowing this, Lin Fei rejoiced in his heart. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to get so many seeds back then. The large number of demonic trance caused a huge commotion. Master, these fellows aren't easy to deal with. Immortal Emperor Tianyuan and the others tried to attack them, but they were quickly defeated. It was hard to believe that these demonic trance could be so strong. If they weren't strong, who would plant them? Immortal Reverend Wana Evil and the others had nothing better to do, so they attacked the demonic trance. In the end, when more than 4,000 demonic trance attacked at the same time, Immortal Reverend Wana Evil had no choice but to retreat. Master, this is a sinister move. No matter if you are an immortal emperor or an immortal reverend, you will be at a disadvantage in the Invincible Palace region. Immortal Reverend Wana Evil laughed sinisterly. This is the kind of master I like. Lin Fei didn't stay for too long, because there was movement in one of the levels of the Realm Lord Stone Pagoda. With a move, Lin Fei appeared in this training ground. Rumble, once he entered this level, time passed quickly. It didn't affect Lin Fei at all. Seeing the soaring aura, he couldn't help but smile. That's great. After eating so much blood essence, I've finally broken through. It turned out that when Lin Fei felt the change in the training ground, he knew that the 12 war generals were breaking through again. In front of him, there was a huge beast in the sky. There were 12 of such beasts, each of them huge. However, compared to Hairball, they were obviously much weaker. The 12 ferocious auras intertwined, turning the sky into a land of destruction. Half a day later, the auras dissipated, and the 12 war generals turned into human forms. landing on the grass. The evil aura on their bodies was 70 to 80% heavier, and the evil aura around them was surrounded by a black fog, preventing people from approaching. "Greetings, Master." The 12 ward generals knelt on one knee, their voices loud and clear. "Good, good. All of you have become immortal reverence. There's no need to do this." Lin Fei waved his hand, helping them up one by one. The 12 war generals had finally advanced to the immortal reverent realm after consuming a large amount of blood essence. 12 immortal reverent war generals. Each war general's aura was very powerful, almost indistinguishable. Lin Fei still sensed that the 3 war generals who had benefited the most were Explosion Destruction, Yikong and Hu Pao. As soon as Explosion Destruction and the others advanced to the immortal reverent realm, Lin Fei suddenly had more than 30 immortal reverence by his side, and his strength increased greatly. The 12 war generals were not ordinary immortal reverence. When the 12 of them joined forces and displayed the 12 war general formation, their strength could increase explosively, and they were no less than a great expert. Lin Fei took out the immortal reverent treasures he had collected, a total of 12 of them. "I don't have any good treasures now. Use this first." The 12 immortal reverent treasures were all chosen by Lin Fei, and they were the most suitable for their cultivation method. He easily refined the immortal reverent treasures. "This stick is very good. My saber is much more powerful than the previous saber, and this." The 12 immortal reverents were very satisfied with the immortal reverent treasures. "This is the immortal reverent cultivation method that is most suitable for you to cultivate." Not only did he take out the immortal reverent treasures, but Lin Fei also took out the immortal reverent cultivation method and took out the experience stones for them to cultivate. Without matching cultivation methods, their combat power would be weak. The previous cultivation methods could not be used. After training for 100 years, they successfully cultivated the immortal reverent cultivation method and reached the peak of great success. This kind of cultivation speed was extremely fast. After all, it was not an easy thing for anyone to cultivate from the beginning. 100 years to cultivate an immortal reverent cultivation method. Most people who cultivated for thousands of years would probably hit a wall. Cultivation methods and equipment were obtained. Lin Fei also went to test their strength. In a one-on-one fight, with the strength of their physical body, each war general's strength could have the combat power of a mid-level immortal reverent. They themselves were extraordinary, otherwise the insect queen would not have planned to only hatch them in the upper realm, and in the end they would benefit Lin Fei instead. If the 12 war generals joined forces, they could already deal with high-level immortal reverent powerhouses. It was just that they did not have the equipment now, otherwise killing them wouldn't be a problem. At worst, they would be seriously injured. The 12 war generals were equivalent to a high-level immortal reverent, which was already very awesome in the myriad heavens and realms. Lin Fei was very satisfied with this strength. Other than the 2 palaces, the immortal court, and the immortal sex, his great metropolis world was probably the strongest. "From today onwards, you 12 war generals will go and sweep the nearby worlds. I want to make Great Metropolis World a true great world in the shortest time possible." On the throne, Lin Fei gave the order. "Kill them all. Snatch, snatch." The 3 leading war generals were now afraid of chaos. Only Bao Mia was expressionless, but his eyes were also flickering with excitement. They were born to fight. Lin Fei also knew that they were suffocating, and it was time to go out and stretch their limbs. It was also time for the 12 war generals to become famous in the myriad heavens and realms. When immortal reverent demon Sealing and the other immortal reverents saw Bao Mia's 12 war generals, they also felt great pressure. Their competitors had come, and their strength was not inferior to theirs. Lin Fei naturally saw these expressions. This was also what Lin Fei expected. It was only interesting when there was competition. After the 12 war generals received the order, they all soared into the sky. The terrifying hostility made everyone feel afraid, including the entire great metropolis world. Chapter 1460. Heavenly Toon World. This was one of the stronger ones in the small world, and its combat power was not bad either. Realm Lord Chu Tian, in addition to the support of his world, his strength also surpassed the peak of the fourth step Immortal Emperor realm. From there, he entered the profound realm of the great Tao energy. In addition to having a mountain to support him, his position as a realm lord was truly interesting. The central palace of the small world. Realm Lord Chu Tian sat on the throne in the palace, admiring the performances of the courtesans below. However, Realm Lord Chu Tianzhong was not in a good mood and was indifferent to the performance below. "Sir, is it not nice?" One of the immortal emperors cupped his hands. "Sir, could it be that you're thinking about Di Tian?" "This Di Tian is getting more and more ridiculous," Realm Lord Chu Tian said coldly. "This guy is very ambitious. He caused such a huge commotion so quickly. How long has it been since he made immortal, venerable, Mo suffer a loss? Lord, you don't have to worry. With how ambitious Di Tian is, there will definitely be many people who can't stand it. Sooner or later, they will make a move against him," the immortal emperor said. "I hope so." Boom! As the sound of heaven-bending realm lord's voice faded, a terrifying aura descended. The entire palace collapsed with a loud rumble. Everyone revealed looks of anger. There was actually someone who dared to cause trouble in the Chu Tian world. Could it be that this person didn't know what kind of place this was? "It's here." 12 black figures descended from the sky. Realm Lord Chu's rage towered up into the sky. He used his world energy to augment himself. However, the aura of his opponent was simply too strong. Just the pressure alone caused Realm Lord Chu's expression to change. "Who are you? Why did you break into this Realm Lord's palace?" "Realm Lord Chu Tian, sorry for the offense." One of the 12 figures dashed towards Realm Lord Heavensong. Realm Lord Heavensong was greatly shocked. A long black whip suddenly lashed over, and Realm Lord Heavensong was sent flying through the air. "Too weak." Chu Tian Realm Lord revealed a look of shock. "Immortal Reverend. You are an immortal reverend." Hee. The black whip in the hands of that black-robed figure was like a gigantic dragon. Even Realm Lord Chu Tian's strength wasn't a match for it. In just a few moves, he was already heavily injured. "Go." Realm Lord Chu Tian leaped away continuously, not daring to stay any longer. It was too terrifying. A gigantic black dragon burst out from the void, coiling itself around heaven-bending Realm Lord tightly. "You'd better behave yourself." A person walked over from the void and grabbed Realm Lord Heavensong. "You guys can't capture me. This Realm Lord is someone from the 3 halls." Chu Tian Realm Lord roared in rage, bringing out his backer. "Ha! Ha! What 3 palaces? In front of my master. They are all inferior goods." The Black Shadow sneered disapprovingly. "Your master is?" "Hee, listen up. My master is Di Tian." Realm Lord Chu Tian's heart sank. "He actually wants to devour my world?" "No, absolutely not." The Heavenly Toon world was easily breached. The 12 black-robed men descended like heavenly gods. The power of Chu Tian world was easily disintegrated, and all the treasures of Chu Tian world were swept clean. "Let's go to the next world." Leaving the Heavenly Toon world behind, the 12 black shadows disappeared from this world. The cold voice echoed in different worlds. Snowstorm world. The Snow Wind Realm Lord was smashed into the ground by a cudgel. The heavens and earth trembled as a gigantic foot descended from the sky and stomped on his body. It was unknown how much blood he coughed out. "Just a trash like you, and you dare to threaten this daddy? You better save your breath." The person who came grabbed the Snow Wind Realm Lord and disappeared. Black Flame World. The Black Flame World Lord was also an expert. After encountering the attacks of the 12 black-robed men, the immortal emperor experts that he gathered with great difficulty were defeated in a single move. Such things happened in one world after another. The 12 black-robed men were like heavenly gods. As long as they descended on a world, no one in that world would be their opponent. No matter what backing the other party had, they chose to ignore them all. In just a short few days, they had conquered over 20 small worlds and captured over 20 world lords. These invincible world lords couldn't even withstand a single blow in front of immortal venerables. This matter swiftly spread, causing an uproar in the myriad of worlds. At this time, there was actually someone who dared to do such a thing, swallowing over 20 small worlds in one mouthful. Although they were small worlds, they were still small worlds. The 12 black-robed men also shocked everyone. Their strength had all reached the immortal venerable realm, mobilizing 12 immortal venerables at once, sweeping through all the small worlds in the myriad of worlds. This was simply too arrogant. Before they could guess where these immortal venerables came from, another shocking news spread. Great metropolis world started to devour small worlds again. Tion's people? This time, everyone was dumbfounded. Just how many immortal venerables did this Tion have? Previously, there were already over 10 immortal venerables. Now, another 12 appeared. Their auras were ferocious and not inferior to the previous batch of immortal venerables. In fact, they were even stronger. How inconceivable was this? Tion's actions attracted a wave of curses. These curses almost all came from the nearby worlds. They were already trembling with fear. But now, Tion's actions were too extravagant, continuously devouring over 20 small worlds. Great Metropolis World was also continuously expanding. How could they endure this? Although they were cursing, they didn't dare to make a move. The 12 black-robed immortal venerables were each stronger than the other. There was even a world lord that was barely comparable to an immortal venerable, but he was sent flying with a single slap. How were they supposed to continue? No one could stop him. They could only send a message to their backers, telling them to stop Tion. Within the Iron Blood Alliance, right now it was not peaceful. Immortal Venerable Pomo was originally in high spirits, but after the incident with Tion, he didn't want to go out easily. He was busy looking for new equipment to increase his strength. Hearing this news, Immortal Venerable Pomo's eyes flashed with fear. Not the previous batch. Immortal Venerable Pomo sat in his palace, listening to his subordinates' report. His brows were furrowed. No, we have asked. The people who came this time are all in black, and their auras are very heavy. Just the aura alone is unbearable for those immortal emperors. This is too terrifying. Immortal Venerable Mo couldn't be angry now. That Tion from back then was already not someone he could deal with. He was so strong that he had to look up to him. Not good. Lord Immortal Venerable. At this time, another immortal emperor came in with a flustered expression. You are an immortal emperor. Why are you so flustered? Seeing his subordinate's appearance, Immortal Venerable Pomo said gloomily. The more crucial the situation, the more useless his subordinates were. Lord Immortal Venerable, Tion's 12 generals have just conquered a world. They're not far from our sunset world. Lord Immortal Venerable, you have to think of a way. This Tion is too ambitious. He wants to kill us all. Immortal Venerable Pomo didn't care about the outside world. Hearing that the 12 generals had conquered the nearest world, Immortal Venerable Pomo couldn't help but fly into a rage. What a Tion! This venerable has already been patient, but it's still not enough. Does he want to conquer our sunset world? Rumble, a terrifying aura, swept across the entire sunset world. Chapter 1461. 12 tyrannical auras swept across sunset world. Everyone in the world could feel the immortal reverence pressure. In the face of this immortal reverence pressure, they felt an immense pressure. Strength was useless in front of an immortal venerable. The 12 immortal venerables were unstoppable in Sunset World. These days, the 12 generals occupied worlds one after another while the people behind them devoured worlds. Who didn't know of their fame, attacking now was courting death. The 12 generals are here. Too scary. When did Dtion have such powerful subordinates? They're not inferior to last time. The 12 generals swept over. Everyone in Sunset World looked at the 12 figures in the sky. Pmo Immortal Venerable's heart sank when he sensed the Immortal Venerables coming. Especially their evil auras. They were unbearable. They were too violent. What was the background of these guys? This won't do. Dtion wants to take over the Sunset World. Pmo Immortal Venerable never thought that one day someone would attack him. Fortunately, I have already contacted an Immortal Venerable from Wind Rain Palace. As long as he comes, Dtion's people won't dare to be arrogant anymore. After the previous incident, Pmo Immortal Venerable hated Dtion to the core. He spent a lot of effort and connections to get in touch with Wind Rain Palace. Now, Pmo Immortal Venerable knew that he could only rely on Wind Rain Palace. Activate the formation. Swish, swish, swish. Above the palace, a formation was activated. Last time, the formation did not activate, causing him to lose face. Pmo Immortal Venerable would not allow this to happen again. What are you doing? After confirming his safety, Pmo Immortal Venerable flew out of the palace and stood above it. Only then did he have a trace of confidence. What a heavy evil aura! When Pmo Immortal Venerable came out and saw their evil auras, he took a deep breath. Where did Dtion find these people? My master has his eyes on this place. Of course, he wants to occupy it. Crocodile Kong Immortal Venerable said casually, Do you want to hand over the world core or be suppressed by us? You have 3 breaths of time to think. Pmo Immortal Venerable was so angry that he almost glared at them. Dtion's people were too arrogant. How arrogant of you! Immortal Venerable Pmo sneered. You have conquered so many worlds along the way, nearly devouring the worlds of Iron Blood Alliance, and now you want to attack Sunset World? Don't think this Venerable will agree. Why are you talking so much nonsense with him? Just kill him. Tiger's Roar Immortal Venerable was also impatient. They were hatched from vicious beasts, so their temperaments were all the same. They didn't fall for reasoning. They were good at using their fists. As long as their fists were good, there was nothing to be afraid of. Kill him. A large black stick smashed down from the sky. Boom! A formation was released to block this attack. Seeing this, Demon Breaker Immortal Venerable's eyes flashed with horror. So powerful! The formation was controlled by Immortal Venerable Pmo. He knew very well how powerful it was. I'm no match for this person. With just one attack, Immortal Venerable Pmo knew that he was not a match. No wonder he was able to sweep through all of them. The Iron Blood Alliance that he had created was probably going to disappear today. He couldn't accept this. Immortal Venerable Pmo was unwilling, but he could only hide in the formation and wait for Wind Rain Palace's people to come. As long as they came, he would still have a chance to rise. At worst, he would join Wind Rain Palace and become an elder. This is a formation created by my world. You can't break it. Immortal Venerable Pmo laughed. Don't look at how powerful you are. It will take another 100 years to break this formation. I don't believe it. Rumble, rumble, almost all the powerhouses in Sunset World could see this terrifying scene. Some people used their Immortal Venerable treasure black iron sticks to attack the formation, but they were all blocked by the formation's power. Each attack was like a strike to their hearts. No one knew how many attacks were made. The formation on the palace was still not broken. Demon Venerable Pmo finally heaved a sigh of relief. Fortunately, I have this tortoiseshell. If I charged in just now, I would have become a prisoner and fallen into their hands. Immortal Venerable Pmo thought. I just need to hold on for a bit longer. Just now, Immortal Venerable Pmo received an answer. They are here. They want to avenge me. Ha ha ha, you can't come in. Don't waste time. My sunset world is not so easy to capture. Immortal Venerable P.M.O. said proudly. Thanks to Immortal Venerable P.M.O. being both an Immortal Venerable and a Realm Lord, the formation's power was infinitely enhanced, allowing it to reach its current level. Combined formation. Along with a cold voice, the auras of the 12 shadows combined and swept the entire world. Open. In the sky, a huge illusory figure appeared. It looked like a terrifying beast. The illusory figure stretched out a claw and clawed at Lin Fan. Inside the formation, Immortal Venerable P.M.O.'s heart skipped a beat. Not good. Something bad is going to happen. The illusory figure's claw landed on the magic formation's power. However, the magic formation seemed to have become tofu, and the illusory figure tore a hole in it. The powerful power destroyed a third of the palace that was covered by the magic formation. Immortal Venerable P.M.O., we are inside. The phantom grabbed and broke the formation, letting them in. Swish! The phantom raised its hand again. Immortal Venerable P.M.O. was scared out of his wits. He fled without saying a word. These people were scarier than he imagined. The powerful formation could not stop a single grab from the opponent. They caught up. They shuttled through the void, changing their position countless times. The phantom charged forward. Facing this phantom, Immortal Venerable P.M.O. had no will to fight. He was not their match. You can't escape. The phantasm's speed suddenly increased. P.M.O. Immortal Venerable felt something colliding with him and was sent flying, falling out of the void and crashing into a mountain range. This guy is really dishonest. Outside the mountain range, a huge foot stomped down and turned Immortal Venerable P.M.O. into a meat patty. Don't stomp him to death. All the powerhouses of the Sunset region couldn't help but shiver when they saw this scene. Their Lord Immortal Venerable was defeated in a few rounds. They even fell into the opponent's hands. You can't capture this Venerable. This Venerable is from Wind Rain Palace. Immortal Venerable P.M.O. shouted, If you know what's good for you, immediately release this Venerable. Slap. Someone slapped him, shattering Immortal Venerable P.M.O.'s teeth. Hee, Wind Rain Palace, what the hell is that? Seeing the indifference in their eyes, Immortal Venerable P.M.O.'s heart broke. Did they not know how powerful Wind Rain Palace was? What a good subordinate of Dtion. They actually don't put our Wind Rain Palace in their eyes.